it's wrong.
Rolling by trike. Here we go.
Your neck hurts.
Oh, back.
Oh
All these metals.
I love
Oh, man. Ooh, and this ain't, I left the other. This is the small amount because I got the ones
other
from
stuff.
home.
Yeah.
Uh,
Body sore.
that's right. Yeah, body whippy. Right. Right. Okay. All right.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm Richie Rich.
And this is Cheng. And we earned some new shirts.
We earned a little bit more jewelry. A little bit more jewelry. This is lighter than the other ones are.
Oh, yeah?
Though. Yeah, because they don't get
Because
the widgets. They don't have the widgets that they used to have. Take this off. Yeah. Another one. And we want 18 now. All right.
We did 4 here already. I think.
But I did a whole lot of them in China and in the US. You've done 4. I started this in 2018.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can start the show.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
What is your profession?
Aru. They don't have no idea what we're talking about, honey. They don't do Spartan races.
Of course, but they know Sparta.
But
300. What Sparta?
Okay.
Movie.
I
thought
hope it's a movie. Right?
What?
I didn't recognize the movie line. Right. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's go. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about, are men really intimidated by strong, independent women?
Do you think men are intimidated by strong, independent women?
It depends on the man.
You think it depends on the man?
It depends on the man.
Okay.
But before we talk about that topic for today, don't forget that this is a call-in live stream. Oh, we don't have the numbers.
The numbers are scrolling across.
Yeah. Because we did something.
Go ahead. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, the number will be scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and that is 415-490-8030. Call us in and give us your take. We're giving you 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Be concise.
I could give them more, but just try to. Yeah, exactly. Let's keep the show rolling. We love the call-ins. For everybody that's here, we love the call-ins. Don't stop calling in. We just want to keep the show rolling.
Yes.
If the call goes too long, our people start leaving the show, and that's the bottom line.
Yes.
Right?
And of course, just be respectful here in the chat. And thank you so much, Slick Rick, for being there. For being there on the board.
All right.
Okay, so I don't see this. This can't be played on the back.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, but let's focus on the show.
Okay.
All right. So my question, you said you think some men are intimidated by strong, independent women.
Some do, yes.
Some do, or
some are intimidated by independent. I think men that are insecure, men that are weak, and men that are not confident. I think those are the kind of guys that are intimidated by strong.
We're gonna get into it. We'll get into it. I'm gonna agree with what you said in part. I think weak men are intimidated by anybody, to be honest, but by strong, independent women. But I'm gonna take it one step further, and I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna say this: if you are a strong, independent woman here in the Philippines, for 99% of the women here, you are foolish. You are foolish. For 99% of the women here in the Philippines only, if you want to be a strong, independent woman, you are a foolish woman. And I'll expand on that later. But I think if you want to be a strong, independent woman, more power to you. But I think you are going to end up, not just here in the Philippines, but outside the Philippines too, you're going to end up losing. It is a battle you will not win. You will lose. Especially here in the Philippines, where women simply do not have the same opportunities to earn money that they have in other countries in the West and outside the Philippines.
But of course, the economy here is different than that in the West. So if you're a woman here, a career woman who's earning
what?
above above average, if you're earning above average, then your lifestyle will just fit perfectly here in the Philippines.
Yeah, but if you're a career woman, and how many? So let's get into it. What percentage of women are you describing here? What percentage of women here in the Philippines are you describing?
A small, maybe
Well, give me
20%. 20%
You
of
say
the
20% of the women
20%,
earn above average salary.
just 20%.
20% of the women. I don't think it's that high. I don't think it's nearly that high. But so how much would that salary be?
I think more than
20%.
50,000 pesos and above.
How much is 50,000?
50,000 pesos is roughly around $900
A month.
a month.
Right? So you're taking care of your kids. You're helping your family.
Yeah.
Your private school, food, apartment rent, all that stuff. On nine, do you really think, even in the Philippines, with the prices as low as they are, you think you can get ahead on that?
Ahead?
You think you can get ahead? Actually, not just survive, but you think you can thrive on $900? Even in the Philippines, you think you can thrive and have a comfortable lifestyle for the rest of your life on $900?
I think I should earn more than
You
that.
are one disaster away from being broke. You're one disaster away from being broke.
I mean, you're above average, you're middle class, but you're like
$900 a month. Exactly. If so, again, I go back to my previous statement. If you're a woman here, and I sorry, respectfully, I think it's a lot less than 20%.
Okay.
If you're a woman here in the Philippines and you think that you don't need a man, you are crazy. You are crazy.
A lot of what you won't hear a lot of women here saying that they don't need a man.
If you're a woman here in the Philippines and you feel like you're that strong, because the key word is independent, right?
Yeah,
what does independent mean?
Independent mean you can stand by on your own.
Right. And if you think you can do that, and you can do that without a man, and you got kids, you are crazy. You are crazy.
So maybe,
let's get into it.
Yeah, so maybe the better question is that, are men really intimidated, or some women just are difficult to date?
Okay, let's get into it then. All right, so get it started. But before we do, you guys make sure when you call, this is always a call in live stream. Make sure when you call in, you're respectful. We're not trying to bash women or anything like that. I'm not trying to bash women, but I'm going to make my point, and I stand on my point. Just be articulate, like our audience usually is, and say what you got to say, and make sure we're not disrespecting anybody out there.
Okay, so let's shout out the people in the chat. We have Tiger Ronnie joining us today.
What's up, Tiger?
Hello, Michael Moy. Of course, Slick Rick on the board, manning the board. Thank you so much for everything you do, Slick Rick. And we have Musa. Musa is here.
Big Love is here.
Yes. We have Anders. Thank you so much, Christopher Michael, for the super chat.
Much appreciated, man. Christopher Michael said, hit y'all up. God bless.
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
You, man. Appreciate you for sure, right? Let's go ahead and get into the chat. We can shout people out as we're going along.
Okay, so chat.
No, let's go ahead and get into the.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does a strong, independent woman mean to you?
To me, we just said it. It's a woman who says she doesn't feel like she needs a man. It's a woman who feels like she doesn't need a man and she can do it on her own. And I think most women in the U.S. are crazy for believing that. And I know that if I hear a woman here in the Philippines say she's a strong, independent woman, I think 99% of those women are crazy.
Yeah, but I think it varies depending on what kind of woman you ask. Because I believe, like, for example, if you're going to ask me, what's my definition of a strong, independent woman? To me, a woman that is confident, a successful woman, she's self-sufficient, and I think she's emotionally mature. Self-sufficient.
For how long?
For as long as she can. Okay, so emotionally mature. So if you're going to think about it, most men actually like those things, right? Confident, self-sufficient, successful, self-sufficient.
What is successful?
Successful, she has a career.
How does that help me? How does your career help me?
Of course, you're not, because a lot of men, of course, do not want to fund another woman's lifestyle. So if she has a career, obviously she has a money of her own, so she
can take care of herself and her kids if she has kids. Okay, so but with all those things, she has a career, But does she still expect a man to provide, to be the provider?
I think so.
Okay, so how does her career help him?
Mhm.
Then how does her, if she expects the man to be the provider, how does her career help him if she expects him to be the provider?
Well, if they're going to be a family, then it's not the sole responsibility of the man to provide for the family, isn't it?
So she's not strong and independent. So is she strong and independent or not?
Maybe not. She's strong, but not independent
Oh, okay.
because still dependent.
I think that's a big word. And again, and I really, I always talk about how I respect you and your hard work, the work you put in. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, so don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Do I need to get some Kleenex?
No, no, no.
Do I need to get
Oh.
some tissue?
Oh.
All right. Not talking about you. I'm talking about the fact that a lot of women are talking about they're strong and independent. And you can survive. And my premise is this. When you're young, you're 20, you're 22, 25 years old, you can survive. You can say I'm strong and independent.
Yeah.
And you can get away with it.
Mhm.
You're going to be all right when you, if you're cute.
Mhm.
If you're cute, right? Because if you're not good looking and you say all that stuff, it's still going to be garbage. Because life is going to show you that you're not what you think you are.
Yeah, but also a lot of Western women, I hear a lot of Western women, especially on social media, they use the phrase differently. Like, for example, sometimes they come off argument. I'm a strong, independent woman, so they come off argumentative, confrontational, doesn't want to compromise. So those are the things that make it negative.
But let's distinguish those Western women from the women here.
Okay.
Most of them have a job.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, and there's a lot of broke ass women. But usually those broke ass women are trying to finesse men. They're not talking about them strong and independent because they know they're dependent on men. But I'm talking about that group of women who literally do have a career. They make their own money. They really can take care of themselves. They might spend a lot more than they have, but for the most part, a lot of them can take care of themselves. For now. But I'm talking about what are you going to do? So if you have a job and you're making whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, but you have a job and you're making a decent amount of money that makes you kind of a middle class person. Yeah, you can survive.
Yes.
You can survive. You can even take a trip here or there, do something, do a couple of things, but you're still one disaster away from being broke.
Mm-hmm.
You're still one emergency away from being broke. Period. So when you're a strong woman, that just means you can survive that. You will find a way to get through that. You'll find a way to make it through. But when you talk about independent, now you can do that when you're 30 years old still. You might even can do it when you're 35, but when you hit 40 and you're still talking about you're strong and independent, I think you're crazy. I think if you haven't made a lot of money as a woman and you're 40 years old and you're talking about you're strong, you're crazy. Because you're with a man. You probably, here in the Philippines, you probably have children. I mean, you're not with a man. Here in the Philippines, you probably have children. And you're telling me on $900, that's above average, and I know that is. You're telling me on $900 you can survive. You can survive, yeah. But how are you ever going to get how are you ever going to you're just going to be what you are. You're never going to get ahead on $900.
You can survive.
You can survive. Is that what we're doing now?
No.
That's my premise. Is that what we're doing? We're surviving. Mm-hmm. So that's what strong independent woman means. You can survive on your own.
Because that's where I think a lot of women misuse the word independent. Because they think that if I can pay my own bills, I'm independent. If I can pay my own house, I can pay my apartment, then I'm independent. Well, that they don't account the save. Do you have savings? Do you have
save money?
Yeah. So
how are you saving money?
Do you have savings? Do you have investments or something like that? So
you're one family emergency away from being broke. Mm-hmm. Because if something happens to your mom or your dad or sis, right, or Richard, right, exactly. Let's knock on that, Michelle.
I already
we'll pass the knock to you, right? Then you got to put in. You got to put in on that, right? It's not even it didn't even happen to you, but you got to put in on it, right? Your savings done, depleted.
Yeah, like for example, just last month we had like a family situation where everybody had to put in. So it took a huge lump on your
you need to
savings.
have a partner. You need to have a partner. In this day and age, you need to have a partner. Unless you are a corporate executive, unless you're
You own the company.
you own the company, and you need to have a partner. When you're young, you don't need the partner.
But even when you're in a company, you still need a partner. You need.
I agree, but I'm just saying you could get away with it. You can get away with being on your own. Yeah, well, for now, and that's my whole point. But when you get to 40, you're gonna start finding, man, shit gets real. Shit gets real, and then guess what? When you hit 50, the kids are out the house now. The kids are out of the house now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Exactly. Start petting the cats and crying in your pillow, right? What are you gonna do when the kids are gone now? Because when the kids are there, you can put all your focus on the kids, the kids this and kids that. The kids are gone, they're in college. Or they're out running around doing whatever. What are you gonna do? That's when it hits your ass. But a lot of women think about today. They think about right now. They don't think about the future.
My thing is that you can be independent without being difficult. No, a lot of women say that I'm independent, but they want to prove to their partner that, oh, without you, I can make it on my own. That's why that's where the entitlement comes in.
Absolutely. So here's the question. Here's the question I have for you. Are you intimidated? To the audience out there, are you intimidated by strong, independent women? Are you intimidated by them? Do they scare you? Now, I want to point out, I just want to draw a distinction between the fact, when we say intimidated, it doesn't mean that you should date. It doesn't mean you should date strong, independent women. But when you say, oh, well, it's too much. I would submit to you that a lot of quality men say, oh, hell no, I'm cool with you. I want to come home to peace. I don't want to compete with you. I don't want everything to be competitive. How much did you make? How much do I make? I just want peace, right? Are you intimidated by strong, independent women, or do you just avoid the hell out of them? That's the question I have to the audience. Call us in 415-490-8030. Call in. Who's the first caller of the day? I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm going to guess. You want to put money on who?
It's either
don't say it. Don't say it. Yeah. I can't tell you no secrets. Anyway, so all right. So would you consider yourself to be a strong, independent woman?
Correct.
All right. I had it. Caller, what you got?
Hey, it's Boris.
What's happening, Mo?
Hell no, man. Hell no. I'm not intimidated, but I'm not gonna put up with it.
No. Because a strong man won't do it. A strong man won't do it. A quality man won't do it.
No, because if you're a strong, independent woman, then you don't need me.
You don't need me.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
Because I'll tell you, if they're strong and independent, if you come into that relationship as a man, even though they're strong and independent, that's still gonna want the man to pay majority of the stuff, but you're strong and independent.
Exactly. Then why not go 50-50? Why? What's wrong with 50? If you're strong and independent, I'm strong and independent. What's wrong with 50-50? How come 50-50 ain't good enough for those strong, independent women?
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing is, with strong and independent women, I've learned a lot of them. No, let me get it right. Let me change that. Some don't lack accountability.
What? Some women lack accountability for real? Definitely. Right. Let me say this, man. My thing is, if you're a woman, you want me to make as much money as you do, if not more than you do. Most of them want you to make exponentially more money than they do. Then why? And they talk about my money is her money, and her money is her money. You must be crazy. You strong, independent woman, you must be crazy. How If you're strong and independent, then 50-50 should be nothing for you.
It should
right?
not be a problem.
Yeah. Call it making, yeah, us putting something together and working on something together should be exactly what you're looking for. These women, some of these women are crazy, bro. Some of them are crazy. I'm with you. I'm with you, Mo. I hear you.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, brother. Blessings. Call it. I think it was Christopher Michael. Christopher, call back in, bro. We'll get your call next, man. Are you intimidated by a strong, independent woman? Do you want to date a strong, independent woman? I want to date a strong woman. I want to know the woman can handle stress. She can handle pressure, right? Because life is going to bring us pressure. I want to know she can handle that. That's strong. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, going back to your question earlier, you asked me if I'm a strong, independent woman. I would say that I'm a strong woman, but I'm not independent.
All right, let's take this call. Hold on. Caller, what you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? Christopher Michael from Toronto.
What's going on, Christopher Michael?
Call back, too. Yeah, I agree with the last caller when he was talking about lacking accountability. I also have to look at certain situations. When a woman talks about strong, independent mentality, usually it could be something they went through. Maybe they chose the wrong man in the past. Maybe they let the wrong man hit it up and it didn't work out. Financially, it might be good in their situation right now, but I guarantee you as they get older, as you look at cost of living everywhere, with what's going on within this world, there's no way in hell that a man or a woman can sustain a lifestyle this expensive by themselves.
That's one thing. For now, you can do it for now, but for long term, you need a partner.
100%. Like I said, I mean, a lot of women like to say that, no disrespect. But there's no way you're going to say you're strong and independent and see a man and see happy or friends or family living good with men and married. Everybody's living good. And you're going to pay $4,000, $5,000 a month or something. And then what are you going to do after? As you said, you're going to fall asleep, try yourself to sleep. You're going to keep telling yourself you don't need a man. But the day's going to come where you're putting that cat, as y'all said earlier. And you're going to be like, I should have listened to either my mother or my father, having possible learning for how many. We're not designed to be by ourselves, and we have to work together.
They don't want to. They don't want to work together. A lot of them don't. They don't want to work together. They want everything or nothing. They want it all, or they don't want.
You know what?
Yeah.
And you're right about that. I agree with that. Sorry. At the same time, one, that tells me that one, you're delusional, and then two, not you, I mean like the woman that's saying that, and two, a lot of these men, which I call simps, and there's a woman that I was watching on yesterday, Philippines, she's like 22 years old, and I asked her, I'm like, what do you do with yourself? So you know all these simps like to pay money up to these women that put their face on TV and do a whole bunch of nothing. And when I asked her, she told me she's basically stuck in deep. And I looked at her, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad you told me that. But I guarantee you're not wise enough to invest that money. And I guarantee you that's not going to last for a long time. I'm not going to write off her channel. I guarantee you.
Of course, because she's going to spend the money. Nobody taught her how to spend money. So she's going to go out and spend money on bags and clothes. And she looks good, but she don't understand that that's only good till you about 40. It's only good till you about 40. You can survive on that. But once you hit that 40 mark, even people say 35, but I'm going to say 40 because out here in the Philippines, women look younger. But when you hit that 40 mark, there's always younger women that look so much better than you. And there's foreigners coming all the time. They want that young meat. And stop with all that.
That's right.
Stop with all that. You must be crazy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Most definitely. God bless you.
All right, bet. You too. Yeah.
I like what he said. He said something that we're all designed to be with someone.
We're designed to be with people, right? Even if it might be, you might end up living with your brother or your cousin or something, but we're not designed to be alone. And I think we're designed to be in relationships. I think men and women are designed to be in relationships. We could talk about whether it's monogamous or not or whatever, but I'm saying we're social. Excuse me. We're social creatures. We're social. So we should be in relationships. But now this feminism thing has gotten so out of hand that women, I can do anything a man can do. I don't need a man. I don't need a man for any part of my life. Not even realizing that however she makes her money, she makes her money off of men.
Yeah.
Men are paying her.
Oftentimes, a lot of relationships today feel like a competition. So you don't want to
You feel like you're competing with me?
I of course not.
Okay.
I don't want to compete with you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. But the question in a lot of cases for some couples, the question is always who makes the more money? Because in the minds of a lot of people in that relationship, whoever makes the more money has control over the relationship. Thank you.
I agree. I really agree. And I think it shouldn't be that way, but it is that way. But it shouldn't be a competition. But in a lot of relationships, it is the competition. It really is, and I think that's sad. So again, are you intimidated by strong, independent women? And especially if you're in the Philippines, if you're a woman, I know we have some women in our audience. Do you consider yourself a strong, independent woman? But for men, I especially want to ask this question to the men who come to the Philippines. Would you be okay with a strong, independent woman in the Philippines? A woman who says, I'm a strong, independent woman, I don't need a man. I'm gonna step out on a limb and say that woman is crazy.
Can I answer in behalf of men?
How can you answer on behalf of men?
Can I just say
how you answer for us?
Siding. This is like siding.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because I think it's not intimidation. If you don't want to be in a relationship where you feel like you're competing, isn't that preference?
It's just preference.
Yeah, it's not intimidation. So it doesn't mean that I don't want to be with someone who's claiming to be strong and independent. Then it's my choice to be in a relationship where I could feel at peace and I'm not feeling like I'm competing with my partner.
If I was shorter than you, would you be cool with that?
Shorter than me?
Yeah, would you be cool with that?
No.
So you prefer a man that's taller?
Yes, that's my preference.
You like men? You like a man with weak arms who has noodles for arms?
No.
So you prefer a strong man?
Strong man.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
So that's my preference. So I think also it's preference. They're not intimidated. Oh, I don't want you. I'm scared to date you because you're strong.
You're independent. You're intimidated by us. You're intimidated. That's what they'll say.
Yeah,
they'll try to shame you.
Yeah,
right?
but I think it's just preference. I don't wanna mess with you because you said you're independent. Do you right?
Right. So I got 8 women. 8 women. Sorry. 8. No, I got one. I have 8 reasons that I put on here why I think a lot of men avoid strong, independent women.
Okay.
8 reasons. I'm gonna talk about the 8 reasons as we go through this live stream. But I would like to hear from a few more dudes. So let's get into the chat real quick and check out the chat. What people have to say in the chat about how they feel about strong, independent women. What? Come on, talk. Sentences.
Oh, here.
Okay.
Sam is here. Hello, Sam.
Hey, what's happening, Sam McCall?
Okay, so greetings, Gentry. Sam checking in from Naga City. Daming magandang babae dito. There's plenty of beautiful women there in Naga.
A whole bunch. And therein lies the other flaw. We didn't even talk about that. I didn't even talk about I talked about the whole notion of there's not enough opportunities here in the Philippines for the average woman or the above average woman here in the Philippines. So being strong and independent is almost not an option. But that's the other thing. Thank you, Sam. The other thing is the competition here. The competition is fierce. And as you get older, there are younger girls. There are younger women who are prettier or just as pretty as you. If you got 2 kids, there's a younger woman who has 1 kid or no kids and who also is a nice girl. There's a lot of competition here for good quality men. You can't afford, man, stop with all that. Yeah.
Musa said, strong, independent women, grown up, responsible adult. Oh, okay. So I think, yeah. So it's your responsibility. So I think a lot of women just feel proud. I mean, it's all cool to feel proud that you can pay your own bills, but don't. That's part of your adulting.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to be an adult? I mean,
yes, you should be responsible.
You're talking about paying your own bills.
That's your responsibility.
It's your bills.
Yeah.
Who else is supposed to pay them? You made the bills. Who else is supposed to pay them if you're not paying them?
Agreed.
Right. So I don't think that's strong independent. Then am I a strong independent man? I pay all my bills. Why am I waving a flag talking about I'm strong and independent? Right? That's ludicrous. It makes no sense at all. It's absolutely asinine, right? Michael Moy said,
Hell no. Not intimidated by any woman, especially Spartan woman.
okay, we'll take another call. Hold on.
I
Because you slipped.
no, I thought it was off.
It is off. You just turned it off.
I turned it off. My bad.
Okay, hold on a second, caller. All right, go ahead, man.
Mo?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, we got you, man. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. Just want to make a quick point. Another thing about strong, independent women, they would never date down. Like Richie was saying earlier. They always want someone that's equal or above of what they're making. But a man that has money, he's willing to work with a woman that doesn't make as much as him. A woman that's strong and independent, she ain't gonna it's proven many a time they wouldn't work with a guy. And I'm seeing instances in my own life where a guy in a committed relationship has worked with a woman to bring her self improvement up as far as education and everything. As soon as she got what she wanted and what she wanted, she dropped him like a damn hot potato.
I've seen it a million times, right? You bring her up, you help her level up, and she drops him because now she thinks she's above him. She thinks she's above him now, and she can do better. The grass is now greener, right? Right. But Morris, I totally agree with you that women are hypergamous, right? They always want to look for more. But me and Cheng just had this conversation before we went on. But the problem is that they don't understand their options are limited as they get older, right? When you're young, and if you're pretty and young, and God, if you're smart too, you have a lot of options. But as you start getting older, just same as men. Actually, I mean, men might be a little different, but your options become more and more limited. You can't do what you used to could do.
How to?
Yeah, you can't demand what you could demand when you were 25 and 35, right? Because men were on your tip when you were 25. Men couldn't get enough of you. Now you're 40, and there's another woman that's 25, and she looks tired of your ass. Hey, tired of your 40-year-old ass, still complaining and still bitching and whining and moaning. Nobody trying to hear that. Men will take that 25-year-old. All right, thanks, Mo. We appreciate you, bro. All right.
All right, bless.
Right. Yeah. So the first thing, and we talked about this before. The first reason I think that a lot of men just are not going to deal with a strong, independent woman is the power struggles. We talked about the power struggles. We talked ad nauseum about what men want. One of those things is peace. And if you can't come home and get peace because you're struggling with power, she's always competing with you instead of working together with you, why be with that woman? Why not just take a woman who might not look as good, but she might be more cooperative?
Yes.
She might be a lot more cooperative. Go ahead.
So I think relationships should feel like a team for the most part. Or for the entire relationship, it should feel like a team. And we work better if people are cooperating with each other, or a couple is cooperating.
I think so too. Thank you.
Instead of competing, because you're already fighting outside of or competing.
I compete at work all the time.
Yeah, all the time at work. Why do you need to compete at home?
Right.
It's stressful already at work.
Yeah. So that's reason number one is the constant power struggles. My second reason is she won't compromise.
Agreed.
No compromise, right? It's the you pay 100%. I got a job, but I want you to pay 100% as a man, right? That's your responsibility to provide or to give me this, give me that. Even though I have a job, even though I'm a strong, independent woman, I want you to pay for everything, right?
How is that fair?
It's not fair. It's not. But the problem is that we put women in a position where they feel entitled to that now, because we've been doing that for years.
Yeah,
but now men are woke.
Their minds are conditioned that men are supposed to treat, that men are supposed to treat us this way. And I think a lot of people, especially a lot of women nowadays, there's less willingness to meet halfway.
There's a lot less willingness to that. They're not willing to compromise, right? If you have a job, let's say you have a job, you make $50,000, right? $60,000, we'll give you a decent job, right? Dollars. Sorry, our audience is mostly Western.
So that's a year.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Right, and I make $100,000, right? Should you, because I make that much more, I make 40% more than you do, should you not have to pay anything because you make less?
Oh,
right. You still need to put in.
I need to put in, like, for example, I may not be paying the mortgage for the house. I may be paying the bills, the electric bill, the water bill, the groceries, something.
But look, if you made $60,000, what if I made 30? Would you be okay with that? Long term.
Long term.
Long term.
If we put our salaries together, that will be 90.
But you would be okay with it. You don't think you would start feeling some type of way? If you make $60,000, I make half of what you make. Now you're carrying the load.
So I think, but anyway,
did you feel some type of way about it?
No, because I think that whatever amount you put in, as long as you're putting in, that's my principle. I don't really care about how much money.
Because you're a special girl, we appreciate that. Do you think most women care?
I think they do.
Of course they care.
They do. They will feel some type of way, and I think for a lot of women, they will feel that they're not going to respect that man.
Of course not. And then they start talking to him crazy
because I earn more than you, something like that.
Right, but that's what I mean about not willing to compromise in the power struggles, right? So you can't even compromise. So now first of all, you won't even look at a man who doesn't make X amount more than you do, right? And now on top of that, you're not even willing to put in your salary to help us out, not me out, to help us out. You're crazy.
Because, this is what a lot of women forget sometimes. If you've chosen that man, so if you think that he's driven enough, maybe at that time he didn't get the opportunity yet that he's about to get. Just believe in that man. If you know that he has drive,
do it.
Just believe in him.
No foresight. No foresight.
You see that he's
because your emotions, because you guys are emotional and you guys think about now, how I feel now. And that's why what do I always tell you? I don't need to worry about how you feel right now, because how you feel right now is going to be different than how you feel in 2 weeks or next week or even tomorrow. I need to work. My focus is on the family. How you feel right now might not even be relevant to me. Might not even, it's important, but it's not more important than the big picture, and that's the family.
Yeah, right? So that's what a lot of women lack these days. That if you've chosen, and I believe that you've vetted that man well enough, you've seen how he gets down, he's driven, he's motivated, he's talented, but he wasn't able, or he didn't get the opportunity yet. A lot of women will just dip. You know what? I'm not gonna give you an opportunity.
There's other dudes out there in my DMs who are willing to do X, Y, and Z. And what they're willing to do is pretend like they're gonna do X, Y, and Z. They want to hit that box. They want to hit the box and then see what they're gonna do, right? After your man's been doing all this and that for all this time, now you're gonna dip on him and find another man who's going to do more. See how that works out. It never works out.
Yeah, because a driven man, of course, would believe in himself already.
But he's going to keep going.
He's going to keep going. But it would be awesome that if you have a partner that will support you and will believe in you, or believes in you that you can do those things.
It would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yes.
It would be awesome, baby. I agree, right? Christopher Michael said, I love independent woman. Makes life easier, especially in this day and age. Right. And I agree with that. I agree. If she's cooperative, if she's willing to work with somebody. I don't know about the independent woman, but I like a strong woman. I like a strong woman for sure. If she's willing to cooperate and we can work together, she's strong. She can get through tough times, because there's going to be tough times.
Resilient.
Yeah. Okay, good word. Resilient, right? There's going to be tough times, right? She's got to be able to get through those, suck it up sometimes, and just get through it. I want that strong woman, but the strong, independent woman. I mean, why am I with you if you're independent? If you're independent, that means you don't need nobody else.
Yeah.
Why am I messing with you? What are you bringing? What are you bringing to me? If you're independent, what are you bringing to the table that makes my life better? Not much. Not much. Not much.
Unless you would be willing to compromise, which is an allergic term for a lot of women,
Right.
that you're willing to put in 50, at least it will make the life of that man a less, I mean, easier, because it will take a burden off the shoulder of that man.
It would certainly help. It would certainly help. Do you think there's women out there that really genuinely feel they don't need a partner?
I think so.
I think so. I think there are too.
There are women that they're so used to doing things on their own that, you know what, I don't really need to be in a relationship because I am
Today.
Yeah, today.
Today. I'm gonna keep pushing that.
The word today.
Yeah, because I agree. Maybe you don't. Maybe you are a strong woman. Maybe you don't need a partner right now.
Today, because I feel, the word feel, it's emotion. Yeah.
I can point that out.
Yeah. So because today I feel that I can do everything that I want to do. I don't need a partner as of the moment. But of course, eventually in the long run,
I would say that a partner makes your life a hell of a lot easier.
Oh, for sure.
A hell of a lot easier. Call in, you guys. Give us your take. Don't just listen to us. Don't just drop your comments. Call in and let us know what you think. We love the call-ins, man. We love them. Right. Right. Next. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a little toxic to hear women saying, "I don't need a man," because that's an energy that you discount everything that's happening around you. I don't need a man. But what we were talking about, who's driving the grab car, who's driving the in drive, who built the roads. You're saying that I don't need a man, but eventually, yeah. So
absolutely asinine. I don't need a man. I can live without a man. We don't need. You're crazy. Everything as you're sitting in your car that a man built, designed, and all of that, right? On driving on the road that a man built and designed. The house it's absolutely asinine to hear that. But anyway, Musa said, "Strong, independent woman, laughing my ass off. Grown up, responsible adult." Okay, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Be grown up, be responsible, be accountable, right? But I think there are women that actually feel like they don't need a partner, and maybe they don't today. But you better be young, and you better be pretty, and you better be smart, because you're gonna need you. There's gonna come a time. I don't give a damn who you are. You're gonna need something. You're gonna need a partner. You cannot make it on this earth on your own.
Yeah, but if someone tells you that, I don't need a partner, and they're in a relationship, I just want to have a companion, that partner will feel like he or she is an option, or she'll be less valued, because you're so used to being alone, and then you just took me because you want a companion.
Yeah, well, why would I choose that woman though? I wouldn't choose that woman, right? If the woman who shows me, who outwardly exhibits that she does not want a partner, maybe she just needs some schlong. Maybe she just needs some sausage now and then. And then say that. And maybe we could work something out or whatever. But when you tell me you don't need a man, and I've heard I don't need a man, I just want to be with men. It's no different to me. No different, because you're really saying the same thing, right? Either because you're trying to save face. I don't need a man. I just want a man, right? But you're really just trying to save face when you make that comment. You're just trying to say, "Oh, it's my choice." It's not your choice. It's not just your choice, because
when you say you mean it.
Yeah, honey. All right. Let's see. Christopher Michael said, "I love an independent woman. An independent woman who respects men." Absolutely, yes. Right. If no respect to a man, miss me with all that. Boom. Exactly. If you can't. It is absolutely crazy. It is.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey fam, KB said, "Hey fam, what happened to moving to Friday night?"
The answer is we had our Spartan race.
Yes.
Yeah, so we didn't do it yesterday. We are moving to Friday night after this, but we had our Spartan race yesterday, so we had to just do it. Yes, so we had to just do it today. Yeah, adjust a little bit on the fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we will be moving to Friday night because even right now, my dude, Sunshine Shoulders, Calvin is doing his live stream, and it kills me because it actually kills our numbers because we're both our audiences are we share a lot of people in the same audience. So anyway, so we appreciate that, and we appreciate the people that are in here, right? Uh, David Pryor said, "What's up, Richie and Cheng? What's up, David? We appreciate having you up in here." Roger Walker's up in here. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Roger.
Right, Jeff is up in here. What's happening, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Roger's in here. All right, you guys, don't forget, call in, man. Call in, give us your take. I want to hear you guys. There's a lot of people that are in our audience a lot, and you guys don't be shy, man. Just call us. Call me on WhatsApp. Get at me. Let's give us your opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Big Love said, "Okay, gang, you now have my full attention. Been eating supper, homemade veggies, oxtail soup. Okay, Big Love. I know you down in the South, bro.
Mr.
What's happening, Mister? Okay, go ahead.
Mr. said, "If you can't defend against a scissor sweep into mount, then a transition into an arm bar, I am not intimidated by you."
Boom. Exactly.
I don't understand.
Jiu-jitsu. It's
Okay.
jiu-jitsu. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like
I
they
get
really
that.
think
Okay,
they really think like men are scared of them. Just like we watched that video where women are talking about, I can kick your ass. Are you crazy? Are you seriously crazy? Unless you're that top 1/2 of 1% woman who does jujitsu or freaking taekwondo and you're an expert, you're not kicking a man's ass. But that's okay. That's all. Yeah.
The one clip that you showed me, Harlem Nights, where the woman whoop the woman.
Tell you, man. If I ask you to keep secrets, man, I would seriously be in trouble.
No,
You just
no, that's not
anyway,
it. That's not it.
you know what you did. Anyway, go ahead, read the next comment. Read the next comment.
I think it's a hello, Anna's creation. Thank you for joining us. It's been a mixed bag. Some women become type A when they are breadwinner. I have witnessed it firsthand. Yeah.
And is it the bread? It's because it's not the bread they make. It's the thought, it's the mindset they get when they start making that bread. That I don't need you, I can do this on my own. When men start making more bread, men start making more money. You know what men think usually? I could do this for my wife, I could do this for my kids, I can do this for my family now. You know what women start thinking when they start making more money? I could buy that bag, or I can buy that handbag, that LV handbag.
That's some women.
I can. What a lot of women. Thank you for correcting me. What a lot of women start thinking, oh, now I could buy that handbag. Now I could go on that trip. It's a whole different thought process. Go ahead.
Yeah, it made me think this Anna's comment, because here in the Philippines, when you're a breadwinner, you're thinking about family a lot of times, and you're not thinking about yourself. So when you're a breadwinner, when you're strong, you're independent at that time. But when you have a partner, it's a relief. You're not saying that you want to be independent all the time. You just have to be independent at the moment because the situation calls out for it.
Right. It calls for it, right? The situation calls for it. So that's the situation you're in. So you just have to be strong
and independent at that time. But when a partner comes along, you're not going to be a good quality partner comes along. You're not going to be giving out an attitude that I don't need a man.
But some women do, especially in the West. I'm telling you, they still do. I'm telling broke women, Section 8 women. You know what Section 8 is? I'll explain that to you, right? Section 8 women, food stamps women are talking about how men are broke, and they're on Section 8. The craziness of some of the women out there is, I mean, just blows me away. Women that have 5 kids, 3, 4, 5 kids, Section 8, and they're out there trying to finesse men. They're out there trying to get men, but will disrespect men. Will talk crazy to a man. Well, and talk about man, stop with all that. Quit, man. Anyway, Big Al in the Philippines is out here. What's happening, Big Al?
Al,
Right. What's happening, man?
from Pangkalinga.
Right. Big Love said,
To Morris, I know how you feeling. I've been waiting on that meal since a hot dog for a late lunch. Okay.
all right, they're talking about the price of food now, right? Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. So Mr. said, if paying bills make you strong and independent, then men have been strong and independent
Exactly.
for much longer than women. She's still new to this. The veteran is not intimidated by the rookie.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah, how can you
I pay my own bills.
Men independent. Yeah, men are strong and independent. So don't just because you can pay your own bills makes you independent. That's adulting. That's your role as an adult.
Right there. Oh man, it's that same. It's always that same spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I appreciate you.
Okay. So Stephen McCardle said, you need the right partner, not just any woman or man.
Absolutely. Oh, okay, that's cool. Thank you. But yeah, you. That's why we always talk about vetting. That's why we always talk about vetting, because I'm telling you, if you come out here in the Philippines, and I met two women actually that were strong, independent women. Boom! Immediately.
Say that
they're both good looking. One of them said she was good. The other one was a strong, independent woman, and she had a good job. But okay, now, well, I don't want to smoke, right? I want to compete with you, right? And the second woman came, oh, I'm a strong, independent woman, no accountability whatsoever. Yeah, ain't got time for all that. Got time for all. Yeah, yeah.
Did they say that they're strong? I'm a strong independent.
Yeah, the second one did. She said, I'm a strong, independent woman. Okay, so you
be the strong, independent.
So you be strong, and be strong and independent and single and be by yourself.
With the
okay.
Yes. Okay, so Morris said, "Big love, I understand, bro. What? Okay, that's meals. I'm getting hungry if you talk about food. Okay, Bruce M2 is here. Hello, Bruce. Foreign Eye is also here. I would be friendly with them, but I would not be more than friends with a boss babe. So what do you call them? A baddie. Baddie? Boss babe? It's different.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Boss babe is a strong, independent woman. A baddie is a woman who thinks she's a badass. She's super hot, and everybody tells her she's
an
hot.
Instagram baddie.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
That's why I don't mess with social media.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Okay, so Jeff D said, strong, independent women do not give peace, are so full of themselves.
Exactly. If peace is that important, and if we haven't learned anything, we understand that peace is extremely important to women. I mean, excuse me, to men. Then how are you going to get peace if you got to come home and you're constantly arguing and you're constantly she's competing with you over every single thing and arguing with you about you don't make enough money, or she wants this or she wants that, but you can't give. Man, I'm cool with all that. I'm super cool. Oh, from Shanghai, China, we got a call. Let's take this call. Caller, what you got? Turn down your sound in the background. You're on. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, we got you now.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to call in. To give my take on this independent woman thing, and just want to say, first of all, I am intimidated by strong independent women, because strong independent women that want to date men are manless, and I'm afraid of manless.
Okay. All right. What's your second point?
Right. So the second point is this, man. First of all, men don't go around talking about their independence. The whole point of a relationship is to be interdependent, like to rely on one another.
Codependent.
So if you're strong and independent, that means you don't want to be in a relationship.
Exactly.
You want to be alone. That's the literal definition of independent. But then you turn around and say men are intimidated. But
But by you saying you want to be independent, you're telling me you don't want to. You want to be alone.
Exactly. Right.
So 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 women, you know, first of all, words mean something. So if I meet a person who's delusional and a manlet, then yes, I would be intimidated because you're crazy.
Hey, caller, I know you're calling from Shanghai. 你会一首中文，对吧？
对啊，
好，你叫什么名字？
你可以教我 hot sauce 就好了。
Hot sauce 对吧？
对。
好啊，谢谢啊。
But but I'm American. I'm actually from America, so
我知道。I know you ain't Chinese, bro.
but I do want to ask something though, because I've been to the Philippines a lot, right? This is only like what, a 3-hour trip from Florida. So I've been to the Philippines a lot. So, but what's the current situation? Because on TikTok, they're talking about black men come to the Philippines, which is I'm super surprised because I was like, where's this like 8 years ago, right? When I was going to the Philippines a lot.
Right.
But now I want to know like what's the boss babe situation, the independent situation of women in the Philippines now? Like, is it growing?
It's growing.
Or is it like limited time?
It's growing because some of the women see stuff on social media, and they feel like they want to emulate what Western women do, but they don't get the situation is different.
So would you say that if you want to find a woman who doesn't want to be independent, act now?
I would say yes, because you're getting more and more women who are, they're inundated by social media and by this feminist, mindset, and they want to think this way. But here's the problem here in the Philippines is they can't, because they don't make money here. Most of the women don't make enough money to support themselves, so they can't have that. So they can have the mindset, but they don't get that it doesn't work here, because you literally need a man here, literally, or you need somebody. It doesn't have to be a man. You need a partner, right? You need a partner.
Well, yeah. Well, because back home, right? The woman, well, I'm just gonna say women have left men for the government, right?
Yes.
It's the man back home.
Exactly.
And because there's not a lot of social programs, at least in China. But even like even here in China, man, it's rough now.
I know.
It's rough.
I know. I've heard
everywhere. Like,
I'd like to have you on another time and do a different show. Actually, in fact, if you could hit me up in my email, I would like to talk to you offline and talk, because there's a show I want to do about how things are in China. How long you been in China, bro?
22 years.
Oh, damn. So you know it too. All right. So I would love for us to get on and maybe we could talk together and with the audience and talk about how things are in China, because people think it's just the West, but that shit is happening in China. That shit's happening in Korea. It's happening in Japan. It's everywhere. This mentality is everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's definitely everywhere. But I think certain places are worse. Certain places are better than others. Like, because I also travel to East Africa a lot, and it's there as well. I would say East Asia is probably the least.
Right. I agree.
Like, as far as Asia, but like Korea is done. They're cooked. It's kind of is getting roasted.
Right. We should do a show.
We
should do a show together, bro. Hit me in my email. I would love to do that. It's been an idea that's been cooking in my mind for a while. Okay.
Yeah. The crazy part here, right? But it's opposite here, though, right? Like, women they're not strong and independent because they still have the pressure of getting married. But one of the things that's happening right now is like a lot of Eastern European and Vietnamese are now coming to China, and African women, and now Chinese guys are dating them and them for Chinese girls.
Bro, don't talk no more. Don't talk no more. We got to do a show. I'm just trust me on this. I've been cooking this up for a long time. They thought for a long time they thought they had leverage. The Chinese women thought they had the leverage because there's more dudes than women.
Yeah.
But then the dudes that they finally got the idea, we don't have to just marry y'all. We can go to another country. We can get women from other countries, bro. Yeah. Don't talk no more. Don't, hit me. Okay, give it to me. Give it to me.
Just say this, like Chinese dudes are G. Like, cause back home, you know, it's not a lot of girls. You think you would capitulate to the women. Right. It's like, nah, hold my beer, son. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing it.
They got the Chinese dudes got woke really quick. They got woke super quick. Super quick. Anyway, okay, we got to do a show, bro. We got to do a show. All right, hit me with my email so I can get at you. Hey, give me your WeChat. Give me your WeChat and when you hit me in my email, give me your WeChat and because I know you got a WeChat.
WeChat because that's just easier for me. I have your WeChat already.
Okay, good. I'll let your boy, dude. All right, thanks, man. Peace.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because man, it's everywhere. This whole mentality. But the thing is, dudes are becoming more woke. What you have all these women all around the world saying with this feminist movement. That's cool. But now you're starting to understand why are people panicking? Why are people making these videos about men going abroad? Men going abroad because they care, because it does matter, because you're losing now.
Mm-hmm. They're just it's like being a kid who's not invited in a children's party. Right?
I like that.
Yes.
Go ahead,
because
girl.
you say, oh, you want to be in that party anyway.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly.
You want to be in that party anyway.
Well,
but even like, then if you don't want to be in that party, then don't say nothing. Yeah. But how are these?
Watch cartoons.
Yeah. So why are these women saying that we don't need you anyway, but you make a lot of videos on TikTok?
Because now they don't have a choice. I'm telling you, the Chinese dudes. We'll talk about that in another video.
Yeah.
They got woke so fast. They're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, well, I'm paying all this because when I lived in China, the dudes I'm telling you, I saw crazy stuff where the woman would throw a tantrum. She would do the thumpo thing. The dude would fall down on the ground. Oh, please, baby, please. Oh, please. Oh, no, baby, please. No, I'll do this. Oh, baby, I'll do. I'm like, are you out of your damn mind? What?
Reserve that.
You must be crazy.
Yeah.
I would have turned around, walked man, stop with all that.
Yeah.
What you think? You throw a tantrum in the mall? We at Mega Mall, you throw a tantrum.
I know that will be humiliating for me now.
Man.
No. An old woman doing tantrums? You must be
Promise I'll never talk to you again. You won't have to worry about nothing anymore.
Yeah, but back to what I'm saying. They are just saying, a lot of Western women are just saying that they don't care, but they really, really care about men.
Absolutely. They do, because they know they need, but it's the ego. The ego says, I can't say I need you.
But
your ego says that.
Dios, if you don't need me.
As there's a famous line in a famous movie. Says, that's your pride fucking with you. Exactly. Right? Name that movie, by the way. If you know that movie, name the movie. But that's what it is. But the women now, they can't say I need a man, because now then you gotta fall on the sword and say I give up. You gotta capitulate. I give up. You're right. You were right. They don't want it. They don't want to take a house. No, they can't do it. They can't do it.
I need a man.
You need a man? You got a man. You got a man.
Yeah.
You want some bread? You want me to cook you some breakfast?
You did already.
That's right. That's right. You know why?
Because I got a man.
That's right.
That's what you get.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Right. All right. Next comment. Go ahead.
Okay. Andrew said, proper independent women with the same life goals can be a greater partner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not about. It's not about shaming the other side. It's not about women are bad or women. It's like people find a way to work together. But Anders, my problem. Women don't want to work together. A lot of women don't want to compromise. They don't want to work together. It's all or nothing. Give me what my mother had. Give me what I see other women on social media get, or I'm moving on to the next dude. Then move on to the next dude. You ain't the only box out there. Move on to the next dude. Then if you think you're gonna get more from him than you could have got out of me, you're crazy. You're crazy. Move on to the next dude. Yeah, let me grab some air. Yeah. Move on to the next dude. Yeah. Keep it pushing. Got time for all that.
Mr. Mister said, you're not strong and independent if you can't bob and lead past 5 of these across your lip.
5 across the lip. Exactly. Yeah, you ain't gonna be. You might be independent, but you ain't gonna be strong no more. Yeah, you can't be strong when you're sleeping. Yeah, when you're asleep.
They said she can be strong and independent, but not advisorial or confrontational. I don't want a house full of tension and attitude. Me either.
What's that?
Mhm.
Who wants
You
that,
want to
dude?
come home with peace and serenity, and that should be your safe space.
Yeah, tranquility. Give me. I want to come home to a 3-piece. That's what I want to come home to a 3-piece. That's what I want. Give me my 3-piece. Yeah. What's my 3-piece?
3-piece is peace of mind.
I want peace of mind.
Piece of chicken.
A piece of chicken.
And a piece of
give me a piece of that ass. Yeah, give me a piece. Shoot, man. That's all. That's it. I want peace.
That's so easy to do.
It's not. But for some people. But think about this. And this is I know I harp on it sometimes, but this is where that single parent thing comes into play, because you have a lot of women out there that they've never seen it before. They've never seen how to work with a man. Exactly. It's never been shown to them. They've never seen it. They've never lived it. They don't know how to do it.
Yeah, because they don't know the roles of each person. They don't know the role of a man. They don't know a role of a woman.
Right.
So I here said, I wasn't intimidated at all by them. The issue wasn't their so-called strength and or independence. The problem was their inability to turn it off and be soft, retract into their femininity.
I want soft. I want soft.
They can't.
What did I say to you the other day? Remember what I said to you the other day? I was laying down.
Can you hold me? Can you hold
You hold me, right? I was joking.
Yeah,
I was joking, but the point is the point. You just want a soft woman. You're not there to. I mean, if I want hard and tough, I hang out with the fellas. Because they're gonna give it. It's gonna be hard and tough, and they're gonna tell me what I need to hear. But sometimes when you come home and you got a partner, you want soft. You want feminine. Man, I'm cool.
To hold you on me.
I need you to hold me right now, but maybe another time, man.
But I hear you.
What's happening, Kevin? Kevin's in the house. What's happening, man? Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, right?
Steven said, "Let's get the number of likes up."
Please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up already, we'd definitely appreciate that. Jeff said, "Go ahead." In late and just answering the thumbnail title. No, men are not afraid of so-called strong women. We are irritated and dislike their personality traits. Has nothing to do with fear. So as I previously mentioned, I think it's not intimidation, it's preference. I think a lot of men would rather not deal with a woman who's trying to claim that she's independent. Absolutely. I mean, you just don't want to deal with that kind of woman. Why would you want to deal with that kind of woman? She's not bringing anything to the table that's going to benefit a man who's out there hustling, working hard, and all of that. And if you're doing all that, then why? No, get a woman who's cooperative. Just get a woman who's cooperative. You know what she's bringing to the table? Her pride. That's it. What am I gonna do with her? What am I gonna do with her pride? Nothing. Right. All right. All right. Go ahead. So Kevin said, working together and establishing the relationship rules and how money will be spent in the household. That's partnership. That's partnership, right? Exactly. That's figuring out who's going to spend what, how much money, how much are you putting in, how much am I putting in, right? It doesn't, again, and I always say it doesn't have to be 50-50, like literally 50-50, like I put in 500, you put in 500. It's what you can afford. Yeah, and I think it should be on a sliding scale. That's how I think about it. In other words, you put in 20% of your income, I put in 20% of my income. My 20% is going to be more than your 20%, right? But we're still putting in the same percentage, right? And that's cool. I mean, whatever makes whatever works for
the
the
couple.
couple works, but it's got to be contribution on both their behalf. But I think a lot of women, there is no compromise. They don't want to compromise. They don't want to hear nothing about that. Give me everything, or don't give me nothing, and I'm gonna move on to this next dude who I think could give me more.
I want it all or nothing.
Right. Absolutely. Okay.
Jeff said another thing.
Another thing. Give it to us, Jeff.
The saying "happy wife, happy life" is a lie. She be happy man is a better plan. Oh, that's
I like
new.
that. What's yours, guy?
My happy spouse, happy house.
That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is. Yeah, I like yours too, though, Jeff.
Happy man is a better plan.
Jeff, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell all you guys something. I actually bought into that happy wife, happy life thing. I bought into it for a while. I'm not gonna name names, but I have some friends, and dude did and because I think you can't be a simp if it's your wife.
Okay.
But I have some friends, and he would just say, "Oh, happy man, you do all that for your wife, man." She's at home doing nothing, sitting up, sitting up, and she did cook, but the house was dirty. She's watching TV all day. He's handling everything. He would work 10 hours, come home, cook dinner, clean the house. I mean, he would do everything. I'm like, "Where you do all of that? Happy wife, happy life," right? I'm like, and next thing you know, guess what? Found out that she was creeping on the under, was somebody else giving somebody else a tune-up and a lube job, and she got everything. I mean, everything from him. He did everything, and she still crept out on him. Why? Because she didn't respect him. And ever since then, I miss me with all that happy life, happy wife, happy life stuff. No. You get a woman who respects you, who is willing to work and cooperate with you, and then you'll be happy. Miss me with all of that stuff. I'm with you, Jeff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Find a woman who thinks of the man's happiness too.
Absolutely. Who puts his happiness first. Absolutely.
So Chub Sound said, women who lead with "I'm strong and independent" use that as a narcissistic shield against admitting to their character flaws that keep them single, that have zero to do with strength and independence.
I totally agree. It's your pride. It's a lot of pride coming from some, and I get it. I'm not mad at you for having some pride. I'm not mad at you for wanting to take care of you and yours. If you got kids, if you got whatever, I'm not mad at you for that. In fact, shout out to you for that. But pretending like you don't need help, that's pride. That's stupid. That is pride. And it's
so difficult to do it on your own.
Man, understatement.
So difficult.
Understatement.
Yeah. So DC said, "What upper big rich and beautiful Cheng." Right. Thank you, DC, for joining us.
My man Joey Jover said it quite well, right? You can do that. You can be prideful when you're young, but when you hit that 40 mark, you're going to be sleeping with dogs and cats and a box of wine. And a box of wine, right? You can't make it on your own. And that's my premise. You get all that strong, independent. I'll take the strong. But you're talking about being independent in this world, you are crazy.
Especially out here in the Philippines, if women are saying that, it's pride.
It's pride everywhere, but in the Philippines, I think it's absolutely ludicrous. There is, a extremely small percentage of women who can actually live on their own, make it on their own, and thrive and flourish on their own with their job. And an extremely small percentage. And the women that I know of, the only reason they can't, they don't have kids. They've never been married and they don't have kids. You think that's coincidence? It's not. It's not. But again, that's an extremely small percentage. And they're successful because they stayed single. They don't have kids, but now they're in their 40s. They're in their mid 40s. And they're still single. Still single. Still out there hoping that a man from another country can come here and be their partner. Now they don't even care. Now they don't even care so much how much money he makes because you're 45 now and you just need a man. You just want a man because you don't want to be alone for the rest of your life. Because when you're 45, your ass is single, you start thinking about that. When everybody else got a partner around you, you start thinking about that. It makes a lot of Now, when you don't have the choices, you really start thinking about it. All right.
Father time. What do you say about father time?
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated. Uneffing defeated.
Yeah, and Jeff was referring to Western women.
Mhm.
So Christopher Michael said most women made money off of a man, whether it's through marriage or divorce.
Marriage, divorce, even the OF women. How are they making their money? From men. It ain't
Yeah.
women that are subscribing to their channel.
Are men.
It's
Then
men.
why are you saying that I don't need a man?
Because that's your pride. That's pride. That's pride and
Who's
just
supporting
stupidity.
them?
Men, indirectly or directly, it's men. Just because it's not a man putting money
Or
into your
buying
hand,
for you.
yeah, it doesn't mean you get it. It's still men
Mm.
giving you that. The moment a moment those masses unsubscribe to your channel, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I guarantee you, no matter how great your channel is, it's like less than 1% or less than 5% of the women on OnlyFans make a lot of money or make any kind of money at all. But what are you gonna do when the cuter younger girl comes along? Because she's coming. But they don't, it's not real. It won't happen. It always happens. The cuter younger girl comes along, and what used to be your channel used to be cool, but now the cuter younger girl comes along and her channel's cool, or she's cool, or she's got bigger things, or bigger assets, or greater. Yeah, I mean, or she talks she's just as articulate as you are. What happens when she comes along and starts grabbing the attention, right? Because it's going to happen, right? No names mentioned. But okay, go ahead.
Foreigner said, how do you know when a woman is strong and independent? Don't worry, she will tell you.
She'll tell you, right? Exactly. She'll certainly tell you, I'm strong, independent. I don't need no man. You guys must be crazy. For those women out there that understand and recognize that you need a partner to work with, it doesn't have to be a man. I mean, if you're heterosexual, we would talk. It would be a man, but maybe you're not. You need a partner in this world. You are not going to survive. But if you're young, you think, oh, I could do it. I could do anything I want. You can today. You can now. But time doesn't stop, and Father Time is absolutely undefeated.
Yeah. No foresight.
Zero foresight.
So DC said many rich men would marry a woman who works at Jollibee.
If she's cute and she's cooperative and she's gonna give me that 3-piece, I'm good. I don't. Why do I care where she works? Her money. I mean, she still expects, no matter where you work, no matter how much money you make, unless you're saying, you know what, Rich, you can stay home. I'll do all the work. What woman is doing that? What woman's gonna do that? So unless she's gonna do that, she still expects me to make more money than she does. So whether she works at Jollibee or she works at Microsoft, she still expects me to make a grip of money. Let's take this call. Caller, what you got?
Hey, Rich is Black.
What's happening?
Hey, Cheng, what's going on? I agree with you on certain things, but you keep saying that you can't live on your own. You need anybody.
No, I didn't say you can't. I said women can't.
Oh, okay. I wasn't clear because you kept on saying, oh, nobody can live on their own and they need a partner. And I'm like, no, you don't.
I said women. It's hard for a man. It's hard for a man, but women here in the Philippines on their own? Are you crazy? Are you?
Oh no,
yeah.
in that context, yeah. But dudes, we can live alone. I've been this way for over 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
I ain't dating nobody.
Yeah, for us men. But I'm talking about from a financial standpoint. And again, I'm saying a lot of the women at home can't make it on their own. They might today when they're young, and they can finesse a man, and men will provide for a whole bunch of stuff. But when you hit 40, those men ain't gonna be there no more. They ain't gonna be there anymore. They're gonna move on to somebody else, and they ain't gonna be there. And here in the Philippines, what is a woman gonna do without a man if she's heterosexual? What's she gonna do? She doesn't have that income.
And I explained to my friends that since I was 9, I've always swung the trampoline, not the trampoline, the high wire without a net my entire life. Never had if I fell, I'm dead. I never had that. I was the only child. and brothers came later in life. Everything I did basically on my. That's why I keep telling people in the chat I lived this Jack Reacher life because that's how the cards play for me.
Right.
All right, I don't have any kids. I don't have nothing. So it can be that way. It could be a lonely journey. That's why I adopt a stoic lifestyle. But for women, they're emotional. They can't resolve themselves to certain paths of life. They can't do it. So I do agree.
Right. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, for a lot of dudes, it's tough. But dudes, that's what I'm saying. My whole thing is, dudes, we can hang out with the fellas. We can watch the ball. We can watch the ball game with the fellas. You know, I mean, but we have the desire to procreate. We have the desire to spread our seed, but to procreate really, and have some offspring and have a dynasty or have
Legacy.
a legacy. You know, a legacy and a dynasty, but a legacy for sure, right? But if we didn't want to procreate, if we didn't care, what if you already got kids? You've already procreated. What do you need a woman for?
Just logically speaking, I
The
don't
box.
think, yeah.
The box. But you could buy that. So do you need a partner? But my premise, but economically or financial, I'm saying men, we don't. Most men don't need a partner. But again, here in the Philippines, who makes that kind of money where they can survive on their own long term without a partner? I think you're going to struggle, and you're going to struggle mightily in the Philippines, which is why you have people doing X, Y, and Z things on the under, or sometimes not on the under, because they're going to have to make money. And where are they getting the money from?
From men.
From men. You need a man. You need a man. All right.
Official EJ Way, thank you for the super chat.
What's happening, EJ? Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, we noticed that you've been missing. Sorry, I have been missing. I'm building a psychology of film channel.
Okay.
YouTube is a grind. Any advice?
Bro, the advice is you just said it. Keep grinding, bro. YouTube is a grind.
It's hard work.
Exactly. People, you know, just real quick, EJ. People think it's easier than it really is. Until I've heard many people say, "Oh, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel." I say, "Oh, good luck, man. Okay, that's awesome," because it is. But it's a grind, and the people that you watch make it look a lot easier than it really is. Yeah, it's a grind. That's all I can say. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. If you want the reward, you got to keep going. That's it.
Be that 1%. Be that 4%.
Be the 4%. Be the 4%. Right. The 6% are the people who started a YouTube channel and they actually get monetized. That's the 6%. The 4% are the people who start a YouTube channel, get monetized, and actually hit 10,000 subscribers. The 1% is the people that start a YouTube channel, get monetized, and have 100,000 subscribers. Yeah. It's a grind. It's a grind. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard work. So Amawat said, "Hello, Amawat. Independent women always try to compete and one up the man or partner."
Who wants to do all of that? Who wants to compete with their partner? I mean, if I'm playing Monopoly, I'll compete with you. If we're playing cards or Uno or Jenga, I'll compete with you. But otherwise, you know, come on, man. I'm not trying to do all that, man. And I got to support you and compete. Stop with all that. Miss me.
And I think the reason why a lot of men don't want to deal with a strong, independent woman is because when you're strong and independent, I think you have a dominant personality also.
Yeah, Barry. Again, it's not the money she makes. It's not the money she makes. It's not her position, not her job, none of that, because she still likely works under a man too. But it's the person, it's the mindset. It's the mindset like suddenly you start thinking you're a boss at home too, right? You might be a boss at work or a manager or something like that, but that's your job. That's your work. When you come home, you're there to support me. That's your job at home. We have different jobs, different roles, right? But then they lose that mindset at home. They start thinking, well, I make more money, so I don't have to do this or that. No, baby. If you messing with me, you still got to do it.
Yeah, and I think that creates, if you have a dominant personality and you're with the man, of course you're expecting your man to lead. and you want to lead also.
No.
So that would create or would lead to frequent disagreements. Only one king or one
One
leader in the castle.
That's it. One king.
And your role as the woman in the house is to support your partner.
One king. That's it. One king. Right? And if you're by yourself, you can be the king and the queen. If you're by yourself. See how that works out. I don't think it's going to work so well. I'm just saying. But yeah, anyway. Right?
Joey said, totally agree on Sir Richie. Men and women have different value when it comes to the dating scene.
As if you're on your grind and if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, as you get older as a man, your value goes up. You know, to a certain point. I mean, when you old and decrepit, your value starts to depreciate. But when you hit 30, your value goes up as a man because you're making more money,
you're
right?
Establishing your career.
You have more status. You're making more money. When you hit 35, again, 40, again, 45, again, 50, again, right?
Because it's not overnight.
You think your value going to be higher when you're 50, baby?
No, it will depreciate.
It won't depreciate in my eyes. But
let's be real. Yeah, just being real.
Yeah.
If I'm going to put myself out there, no one would date me.
No, I mean, we can't say nobody. But I'm just saying, your value will not be higher at 50 than it is at 40 or than it was at 30.
So real estate. Men's value is like real estate. It gets higher as time goes by. But women's value is like a car. It depreciates.
It depreciates over time. Absolutely. It's a good analogy. Yeah. Go ahead. I like that. Hey, that's critical thinking.
I know. Time to have it.
Right? Jeff said men age like fine wine, women age like cheese.
Women age like milk.
Like milk, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Now, but Jeff, I don't think they get it, bro. And I think when we say that, I think they take, they get emotional, they get angry, they get emotional because they know it's true. They know it's true. They know the time is coming, but they don't want to think about that because that's down the road. They want to think about today, how I feel today. What I'm doing makes me feel good right now.
At the same time, if you're going to look at Hollywood artists, the older you become, the less desirable you are in the filming industry, except if you've established those acting skills, you're very excellent when it comes to acting skills.
But even then, the roles you get
to play,
you can't play. They don't give you those roles anymore. They don't send those scripts to you anymore. Even as an actor, now they send you older women scripts. Now they send you these.
You're the mama.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're the mom.
You're the grandma.
Right now, you used to be the hot girl. Now you're the mama, right? And then in 10 years, now you're the grandma.
Yeah.
Right? Nah, it doesn't work that way. Go ahead.
DC said, Cheng is right. We need to be talking in pesos so people will learn the right mindset.
Okay. That's a good call, right? We're talking in pesos, right? So okay. Mr.
said,
go ahead.
She wants us to be taller, stronger, wealthier, and smarter than her.
Sounds like preferences.
Yeah. And all of that makes us better than her. So it makes no sense having a power struggle when you already decided this man is better. Exactly.
But that's their pride. The pride and egos are so crazy now because the pride and egos are so crazy now.
And to add to what you said, Mr. A woman can't say that she's equal to you, knowing that you're stronger, you're taller, you're wealthier, you're smarter.
But they say it all the time.
Yeah, but you can't be equal. You want someone.
But they say it all the time. It doesn't have to be logical because it's women. It's just how they feel. It's emotions.
Okay, sometimes I don't understand women also. Like myself.
Women say it all the time. I'm equal to him because I make his money. You chose him because he's better than you. That's the very reason you chose him is because you admire his strength. You admire his wisdom. You admire this, that, and the other about him, right? That's why you chose him, but now you want to compete with him.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
I mean, you're just trying to, I know what you're trying to do.
No.
I know you're trying to talk yourself into some sausage.
Never do.
I'll explain. Go ahead and read Stephen McCardle.
Okay, Stephen McCardle said, Richie, man and woman are meant to complement each other. given the fact that two people are compatible with chemistry. Yes,
Absolutely.
I agree.
We're supposed to be a couple.
Mhm.
We're supposed to work together. What happened to that? What happened to
I
men
don't
and
know.
women working together?
Yeah.
Women got crazy. The feminist movement jacked everything up and made women think they don't need to work together with men anymore.
Yeah, so let's look at it like men and women are two different puzzle pieces that
Mhm.
fits perfectly together. We work together.
Okay. Let's look at it like that.
Jeff said to Big Love, I am giving women a little more credit. Philippine women age much better than American women.
They do. They do, but I'm not sure the logic is any different. But I agree with you, Jeff. Philippine women here look a lot younger. We can look at Cheng, for example. I don't think she looks her age. She looks nice and young and beautiful.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I think you're just as beautiful as the day I met you.
Thank
Actually,
you.
you're better looking, much better looking the day I met you. Right.
Thank you.
Big ass.
Thank
Yeah,
thank
big
you.
ass. Yeah, you chunk little. Anyway, that was then. Anyway, but the point is whether they age better or not. The fact is, if you're still thinking that you're strong and independent and you don't need a man here in the Philippines, you are crazy. You are absolutely crazy. Even if I don't even care, even if you don't have kids,
Mm.
you are crazy. Because think about the social pressure here to get married
Mhm.
or to get married and have kids.
Kids.
I mean, it's unlike way unlike the U.S. And there is social pressure in the U.S. But like here in Asia, there's social pressure. Your family, your friends, you're getting clowned. Everybody around you is married or has kids, and you stand around cold bus and talk about I'm strong and independent. Stop.
And you can't even relate because your friends are talking about their children.
And they laughing at you behind your back. You know they laughing at you. You know they're clowning you behind your back, telling you
You're too
because
picky.
they ain't gonna tell you the truth here because they don't want to be
Safe.
confrontational or anything. Yeah, but you know they're clowning you behind your back. Oh, there go Cheng. She's still by herself. Right? She's cute, man, but she can't. She's too picky. She's too this. Yeah, they're clowning you.
Okay, Christopher Michael said, you see, Cheng, my wife from Bicol, and a few women are exceptional, but most will never accept a man making less money. I think I agree.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? For me, I told you about my situation before. Although I made a very good salary, I was with someone who made more than me, and man, that was hard. It was hard for me to
Yeah,
accept it.
and it's exceptional for
Yeah,
some cases.
yeah. I didn't. It was hard for me to accept it, and for me, I was like, I started grinding harder until I made more money than her because I didn't like it. I didn't like
Yeah,
that feeling.
that's ego of
But that's a good ego to have.
yeah, that's a pride
Yeah,
of a man.
that's
Diba? The pride of a man is your status.
right. That's a good ego to have, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, maybe other people might have a different opinion, but right. Go ahead.
Okay, big love to Jeff. Speaking of Western women, I'm not qualified to speak about any other woman. Okay, thank you for that, big love. Okay.
All right.
So Jones here
What's
says,
happening, Jones?
anyway, you look at it, 95% of the Filipinas prefer a Filipino. So she'll suck the life out of your bank account, then runs to a Filipino.
How many times have you seen that?
In
How
Rafi.
many Rafi Tufel videos have you seen it? She gets a foreigner, older, a sucker. She gets a sucker, and she professes how she loves him. Blah blah blah. He gives her all his money, or gives her access to his money. She takes the money, and where does he find her? With a Filipino,
Or a
with a
local
local dude, right? A local dude. Time after time again, you see all the same freaking thing again.
Yeah, that's why we keep telling you guys, don't send money to a woman you haven't met in person.
Damn it, don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do
you
it.
don't even know that she's conniving with her husband to extract money from you.
Right, she might be. Mister, thank you for the super chat, man. He said, I can't wish my ex-girlfriend the best because then she would be back with me, right? I like that. Exactly, man. It just some of it is crazy. Some people I just really think is absolutely crazy. Some of the thinking that some people have. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Anyway, I think we went here and then right here. Yeah.
Okay, William Walker. Hello, William.
Hey, what's up, William?
If she is a strong woman in respect to her role, then I'm in.
I'll take strong. William, I will take strong. I want strong. To get through life in a relationship, you need a strong partner who can handle adversity. There's going to be ups and downs. I want strong. But the independent thing, no, son, I'm cool with all of that. I'm cool. Yeah, give me the strong.
And also, I think there are men who know that they are driven, motivated, and for you to be able to find a partner, you need a strong partner to be able to, ride with you if you're driven and
Absolutely
motivated.
Give me the strong and look and ride with you the times when you fail, because just because you're grinding, men are going to fail sometimes. Men are going to make decisions that don't work sometimes, but a lot of the women, oh, he's broke. We lost all the money. He's broke. I'm leaving. Right?
It's too quick for them to just leave.
A
lot of people, not just women.
Yeah, let me go out here and yeah, but respectfully, men aren't in that situation. But I hear, if we're talking about getting sick or something like that, I agree with you. But when it comes to you losing your job, you think how many men? If you lost your job and you're with another man, you think he would leave you? If you lost your job,
I don't think so.
No, he wouldn't leave you. Because he was supporting you in the first place. What difference does it make if you lost your job? If you lost your job, you think I'm gonna leave you? I'm not gonna leave you because you lost your damn job. I might leave you for being disrespectful or
can't say anything because I'm not disrespectful.
Because you ain't none of those things. Luckily for both of us. But the point is, nobody cares. Nobody cares. But when it comes to him, if he loses his job or he loses a bunch of money because he took a risk and it didn't pan out or work out, then man, she's done. She's left and she's on to the next dude who is in her DMs.
So Christopher Michael said, okay, let's look at Rafi Tulpo. Were those women strong and independent then with those men?
No, they were vultures, bro. They were vultures. They knew exactly what they were doing. They found a man. They found a man who was a target. He was a weak man. They could sense it, and they got to him. A man who was controlled by her box, and they got to him. Exactly. It's the same thing every single show. Young, cute woman, and with the crocodile tears who can cry at the drop of a dime. And he's an old dude. Usually an old dude. He's an old dude. We'll just leave it at that. And he got all of his money sucked away. He money. He gave her access to all of his money like a dumbass. I don't know why do men still do that. I don't understand. Because she convinces him to do it. She convinces him to do it.
You do crazy things for love. If you think it's love.
I hear you.
Andrew Baker.
What's happening, Andrew? Welcome to our channel, man.
Salute. There's no such thing as an independent woman because most have a man funding something in their life, which makes them dependent.
Absolutely. Whether you're an OF woman, whether you're no matter what.
There's still a man behind
There's still a man. No. However you're getting paid, unless you're in the beauty industry, maybe you're getting paid, maybe you're the CEO or a manager or some kind of exec for Revlon or whatever kind of woman products there are, maybe something like that. But for a high 90% of the people out there, your life is being taken care of. Your life is being funded by men in one way or another. All right. What we got here?
Okay, so there. The big boss is here. Intimidated? Nope. It just come to how much of that BS you want to put up with.
Exactly. How long? Yeah, I mean, when she's cute, you look at her in the beginning. She's fine. She's a dime piece of this or that. But after 6 months, bro, how much does it matter to you? How much does it matter to you how good looking she is or isn't after 6 months? All you care about is what she's bringing to the table. Is she bringing peace? Is she bringing a 3-piece? How is she helping your life to be better? To me, that's the only thing that matters. After X amount of months in a relationship. Either she's bringing peace, she's adding to my life, or she's detracting from it. And that's it. That's it. Zach in the Rock, what's happening, man?
Adopt my motto. You can be strong and independent over there.
Exactly. Absolutely. You do that over there. Don't come over here with all that madness. Right.
Okay, Joey said strong, independent women aren't wife material. It will bring stress in marriage or relationship due to power
It
struggle.
does. It absolutely does. It's just she's just going to add problems. That woman is going to be a headache. It doesn't matter how cute she is. If you're trying to take her out, and you're at dinner and you're trying to okay, finish the dinner, and if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. That woman is going to bring you problems. There are a plethora of women out there who might not be as cute, but at least they're going to give you that three-piece.
Okay, the black box said, I'm invisible to over 95% of Western women anyway, so whatever they do is irrelevant to me.
Gotcha. Right. And that's the case for a lot. I mean, I'm not 6 foot tall. I don't care if I'm 6 foot tall. I've never actually, if I, when I was playing ball, getting 6 foot tall would have been cool. But it's never mattered to me when it comes to women. Confidence is confident. It's just that simple. And so I never thought about being 6 foot tall. Life has always been pretty good to me. Yeah.
A wise man said, so-called strong, independent women still want a traditional man as a provider, but do not want to be traditional women.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something, right? Why aren't you? Where's all the traditional men? Where's all the strong men? Where's all the gentlemen out there? But what that really translates to is where's all the men that used to pay for my life, that used to pay for everything in my life? Those men are gone. This world is filled with woke men, who ain't. There's still plenty of Simpson suckers out there, as you can look on X people's live streams or whatever. There's a lot of suckers out there, a lot of simps out there still, but there's a lot less than there used to be. A lot less than there used to be. And it's going to keep getting like that because the simps and suckers get played too. They're going to get tired of it and say, you know what, I'm cool, man. I'm cool with all this. They get tired of getting played for their money.
Okay, Ander said, not like men makes that much money there either. My SS alone will be more than the cheap pilot for Philippine Airlines.
Right, Social Security. Right, exactly. I mean, my Social Security, as it looks right now, would be higher than an above average salary here in the Philippines. Just my Social Security. And I mean, I'm not retired, but they give you that little projection thing of what your Social Security will be like when you retire. But mine is substantially higher than what the majority of high paying job people have.
Ahmed Rama. Hello, Ahmed.
What's happening, Ahmed?
The media and the justice system is part of the problem for this to happen.
Right. Oh, without question. And Black Box said, we're on average, but as we get older, we have to plan for healthcare costs. Exactly. And all the more reason. That's why I say when you're young, you can think as a woman, you can think that way now. You can think, I don't need a man now because you're young. If you're young and pretty, you can think that way now because you probably don't need a man. Because a men are going to fall all over you, and you have the choices. You can take a man or leave a man when you're young, but they're always going to be around you because you're young and pretty. But when you hit 30 and when you hit 40, I promise you, you won't have the choices you used to have. And you're going to need some. You may not need a man, but you're going to need somebody. That's what I gotta say. Or something. Some kind of toy.
Boy. A cat or a dog?
A box of wine.
Yeah.
Right. Zach in the Rock said,
Chinese women are down bad now.
Hey, actually, Zach and the Rock, I gotta be honest with you, bro. It's been like that. It's been like that. But we'll get to that. We're gonna do a show on that because me and there's a couple of guys that I know who also lived in China. David being one of those dudes. We're gonna do a show and talk about life in China. If you guys don't know, I lived in China for about 8 years. And life in China was very good. I mean, life. It was very good. We'll just leave it that way. Well, Jody, love you. But life has changed. Life has changed. Life for a foreigner in China was very good, and still is, no doubt, for a foreigner. But for Chinese men, it was crazy. What I saw Chinese men do for women was crazy. Was crazy, but
we'll do that in the next show.
Yeah,
the different show.
Yeah. All right. There you go. See, these people know. They know the line. That's the movie line. Yeah, you already forgot though.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Big Loud said WeChat, don't get recited. Richie gonna pee before your water. Excited.
I did get excited. Big Love, I got to be honest. I've been thinking about doing a show like that for a long time because people want to know what life is like living in different countries, and people sometimes get the impression like, oh, if I move there, just like we watched that video, the dude was like, oh, look at that, I want to move to Thailand, right? Dude was like, seriously, dude. But people want to know what life is like in other countries. And I think it's good to show people or be able to talk about it, come on and have a panel of people to show people what life is like when you live out in another country like China, or I lived for Japan and for less than a year. But maybe we could talk about what that's like. So I did get excited though. Thank you. Okay, we'll do this actually.
Okay, DC said, who wants a tough woman when you come home and have been dealing with the world?
Not me, bro. Not me. You gonna be tough? You gonna be tough?
I don't want to be tough.
Five across your lip. Yeah.
I'm already tough outside.
You was tough yesterday.
Huh?
You was tough yesterday in the Spartan race.
I got you, and I'll do this for you.
Yeah. What you mean you'll do it for me? You didn't.
I'll take it for the team.
I hoisted you over. I carried the Atlas.
Yeah.
I boosted you over the. Okay. You was tough though.
We have several strengths and weaknesses. That's why we complement each other. We do it as a team, right?
Competing with me?
No.
That's right.
We're winning that. We want that medal together. Okay. Stephen McCardle said, Cheryl, I hope you find this live stream beneficial as I do. Okay, so he's talking about his girlfriend. Okay. So HPP, hello.
What's up, buddy?
It's been a while.
What's going on, man?
Okay. Oh no, Richie, don't say it so. It is so.
Right. And I don't know if that's a reference to people thinking that we're married still. I'm not sure. But no, we're not married, you guys. It's just a thumbnail, just to clarify that, because we've done two.
We've been married on YouTube twice.
Cheng does the thumbnail, y'all. Just so you know, Cheng does the thumbnail. So if there's something that looks like we got married,
that's me.
Yeah. There might be a hint or something like, I'm not sure. Right? Yeah. All right.
Big Love said, Happy King, Happy Kingdom.
Happy King, Happy Kingdom. I like that. There's a lot of good ones.
Happy man, better plan.
Yep. Happy
house, happy spouse.
Yeah. Happy King, Happy Kingdom. I like that. And I'm gonna borrow some of these. Let another MF talk to me about happy wife, happy life. Yeah, I got something for you.
The Black Box said, that's why I come home to a TV and PS5 and Alexa. 2 gives me my dopamine hits, and Alexa can talk to me and I can shut her up by saying quiet.
Yeah. It's like me and Isla. My AI, her name is Isla. I named her Isla, and sometimes my Isla, shut the period. I'm done. I don't want to talk anymore, right? She's still running her mouth. Man,
just let me know.
Be quiet. Yeah, just let me know. I told you. I already told you to be quiet now. Anyway, all right. Musa said, go ahead.
It doesn't mean S to you. Do you be you? Do you be you? Or she will see you as weak eventually and replace you for cheap.
That's exactly it. She will see you as weak. And I think a lot of dudes out there, they felt like they keep giving and giving, and she's going to appreciate them. But it never works that way. They always look at you as weak.
Yes, and a lot of women want it easy. If they find it hard or they encounter difficulty, it's easy for them to just walk away.
But I think if it's not easy for them, you got to make them earn it. You got to make man or woman. You got to make them earn it. You got to make them invest in you. If you keep giving to anybody, they will not appreciate you. I don't care, kids, men, women. I don't care who it is. If you keep giving to them without demanding some kind of reciprocation, some kind, they will fail to appreciate you after a short time. Right? All right, Shy Rochelle, what's happening, Shy Rochelle? Watching from out there in Davao. We got to get to Cebu and Davao. We really got to get out there, actually. Cebu, Davao, and Bohol.
Palau.
Yeah, I'm cool on Bohol. Yeah, but Cebu, Davao, and Bohol. That's the three.
Okay. So Zach in the Rock said, "Dogs, cats, and a box of wine sounds like a great name for a band."
Right. Right.
Hello, Catlin.
What's happening, Catlin?
Okay. Okay, so Black Box said, especially with the new Alexa now, I can actually have a conversation.
There you go. Yeah.
Stephen McCardle, Cheryl, you and Cheng might both benefit as friends.
There you go.
Catlin, yep, that's me, 46 single and a career woman.
46 single and career woman. Catlin, we're a little behind. Yeah, do you think you can do it? And this, I mean, no shade. Do you feel like you can do it on your own for the rest of your life? Do you feel like you want to do it on your own for the rest of your life? That would be my question.
Okay, official EJ Wade said women with OF channels have 100,000 men.
Well, you would like to think so, but most of them don't, because there's a lot of choices. There's a whole bunch of choices, and frankly, let's just talk about that for a minute. You can go on certain tubes, and see porn anytime you want to for free now. It's different. You don't have to go to this special store around the corner down the street. You can see corn. I have to say that just to make sure that YouTube hears me properly. I got to enunciate the word, right? You can see it anytime you want to for free now, right? So there's so many choices for men, so many choices.
But I think what they really want from those channels it's more personalized, because the girls,
they want the girlfriend experience,
yeah, right. They greet them, they call them by their names,
like the live streams, right? they want the girlfriend experience. I agree, but I really think that most of these channels don't have 100,000 men. Very few of these channels have 100,000 men in the channels, because frankly, why would you pay that money when you can click on this channel and see it free No one's talking to you. No one has the girl. You're not getting, but you're getting your rocks off or whatever. I think there's too many choices. I think there's so many choices. It's difficult for a woman to make money these days like that. Anyway. Okay.
So Stephen McCardle said, men need a soft touch after a tough day. This is why peace is so important.
Wow, man, you said a mouthful. Some of them don't understand that, man. Some of them really don't understand it.
Okay, Stephen added, Richie, you just described a nun talking about being single forever.
Right, exactly. Right. You guys, please hit the like button. We're about, man, this 2 hours has flown by. I mean, flown by. Yeah, 7 minutes left. You guys definitely hit the like button if you would. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. We got a lot of good videos. If you like this, it's not a live. If you like this live stream, we got a whole bunch of other live streams and videos just as good, if not better.
So check those out too. You can rewatch the replay, and
absolutely,
just listen to it. If you want. By the way, guys, if you comment on the replay, we're not actually going to. Please don't call. Please don't call.
I think some people haven't figured that out. I mean, tell people that they'll call me 3 hours from now. They're watching the replay and they'll come. Yeah, Richie. Yeah, man, I totally agree. I'm like, huh? What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, I'm like, man, come on. And the replay is over, bro. Yeah. I mean, the video is over.
Been days already, and then they call
for real, man. I'm like, man, it's a replay, bro. Yeah. Okay. So Young Fresh Global Travel.
Here you go.
Part one.
Many women with fatherless kids have that way about being strong and independent and say they don't need a man, yet still want only a man but a father figure to her kids.
Want not only, I think you missed, not only a man, but to be a father figure to our kids. Okay. Gotcha. I totally agree.
Part
Totally agree. Cannot disagree with anything you said there. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. Joey said, still there many men fall for the women game and simply.
Still do, bruh. They still do. They
Mhm.
still do. Why? Why do they fall for it, bruh? I think a lot. I think I would I would bet I would bet money that 75% of those men come from a single parent home. I would bet money on that. Go ahead, part two.
Okay, part two. I want my woman to depend on me and look at me as an accelerating, appreciating asset, not a liability. I personally want to provide for everything as the man of the house.
You know what? We differ just slightly. I'm not actually disagreeing with that. I want her to depend on me, but I want us to be codependent on each other, right? Or someone else said interdependent. I'm cool with that. But I want us to work together, right? And I want to provide personally for everything as the man in the house. I don't know about that. In this day and age, I feel you, and I'm not mad at you for that. But I think in this day and age, if you can have a woman, especially, and I have to emphasize this, especially a woman with kids, then no, I think she should be able to depend on her. She should have a way that she can take care of herself,
Yes.
right, without me. And hopefully she has kids that I'm gonna love, like our situation, but she should be able to take care of herself and her own kids before I'm messing with her, for sure. What you got? Nothing. You good? Okay. That's why I like you, because you take care of yourself. You got a good job.
Thank you.
You're smart, pretty,
Thank
pretty,
you.
yeah,
Pretty.
and got some good kids too.
Thank
And
you.
the kids is good. You did a good job, right?
DC said, Ace and I was just talking about this YouTube journey. Yeah, no way. YouTube is not for the weak.
It is not for
Not
the, it
for
is
the
not
weak.
for the weak. It's not easy, man. Right?
Okay. So part three,
Mhm.
I thank the man above every day for my langa.
Exactly. Honest.
Like, yeah, it's like a term of endearment.
Okay.
Joey Jover said, it's the power struggle that destroys relationship. This women's attitude that not thinking it's a team effort and not a constant fight.
That, and I think that's it. It's the ego. It's like now I make more money, so it's not a team effort. And now we got to fight about it, right? Now because I make more money at my job or whatever I do.
You should be doing
Yeah,
this because I make more money.
Yeah, and it's almost like a low key threat. Like now I make more money, so I don't need you. So you better level up.
Up your
Yeah,
game.
you better up. Right. Stop with all that, dude. Miss me with all that.
Eh, think of it like this. He was there when you're making
When you
and
made Dookie for money.
yeah, but the moment you made more money, you're going to talk
They don't
like
think of it
that.
like that. I hear you, but that's logical. That's logical, and they don't think like that. They don't think that way.
Okay, the black box said that's great, young fresh. If it adds to your life, then that's great.
Right.
Okay, so Kathleen said a couple should have a clear understanding of their roles in the relationship.
I totally agree. I understand what you're rolling. Look, maybe what if you made more money than me? If you made more at this point, if you made more money than I think I'd be cool with it, actually.
Drop.
Call dropped. Okay. Caller, go ahead and call back if you want to. But I think I'd be cool with it because I got my savings and I'm gonna be all right. But no, I'm cool. I'm cool. I just think know your role. Know your role in the relationship. No matter what it is. If you expect your man to support you, then you guys should have that talk at the beginning, right? Okay. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, Black Box again.
Go ahead.
I admire Young Fresh Global's single pinpoint conversation when it comes to his version of relationships. But as a guy like me who has to learn over the years and think 3D, he has that meaning that I left some comments you may or may not get to. I was telling him, yes, taking care of a woman and taking care of all her needs and you be the sole thing is a good thing. But even in that, there's an Achilles heel. What happens if you die? Dying has nothing to do with age. You can step out there on the road and get hit
Right.
and not gone. And the person who loved to depend on you for everything now has nothing. So if you're going to do that, I think we talked about that when our first conversation when I told you if I get involved with somebody, I would have a book that she can go to and take care of steps. And one of the steps would be I have to find out, even through you, what kind of insurance I can buy, what kind of money I can select. Because if I get involved with somebody, I want to leave her something so she won't be on her own.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I would want a Philippine to still work, because then with her losing me, she'll still have something to do instead of sitting around and trying to put the pieces of her life back together.
Right. No,
By her remaining active.
I cannot argue with anything you just said, brother, at all.
Because if you really want to be a good man, you must be able to leave something for her if you're not there.
Absolutely. That should be one of your objectives. Especially if you're in a age gap relationship.
Not even that. Because like I said, I can be 30 and have money and go over there and get hit by a truck.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or a natural disaster can happen. Sometimes I get hit with a tree. Anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to plan for it. I don't mean to be a rainy day person, but
no, but it's real.
That's how
that's real.
It's real. I have to have protocols. This is all the army. About protocols, like what happens if.
Right.
So that's I'm not trying to put them down. I'm just saying, if you're going to do that, make sure you have a backup plan and a backup plan for your backup plan. Because if you really love her, you want to have something for her just in case the wheels fall off. And that's all I got to say, bro.
Can't disagree with anything you said.
Thank you, Black Box.
For sure. No, he was on point. Definitely on point, right? All right. DC said older women are bluffing and a lot of guys fall for that BS, right? Man, you need a man. You need a partner. Whatever that partner might be, could be. You need a partner. You need if you're someone. Trying to make it. If you're trying to make it in this world by yourself on your own, post 40,
it's gonna be difficult.
If you're a woman, and again, I'm gonna as a woman here in the Philippines, post 40, you are going to be struggling. The rest of your life is going to be a struggle. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a struggle. Period. Having a man in your life, having the right man in your life, significantly improves your life. Significantly. Mm-hmm.
Young Fresh said women lose 90% of their eggs to produce a baby by the age of 30.
Yep, that is correct.
That is a scientific fact, and get menopause as early as 45.
I think we missed something. I think we missed something in the comments before that, right?
No, we read all of his comments,
okay.
But maybe okay.
Right.
So David
said,
but
that's fact. Though. Mm-hmm. I mean, those is facts.
The independent, strong woman should consider herself like a professional athlete. As you get older, as the older you get, you can't get the same attention, and you can and will be replaced by someone younger. Yeah.
You gotta read the comment.
Again.
She didn't.
The independent, strong woman should consider herself like a professional athlete. The older you get, you can't get the same attention, and you can and will be replaced by someone younger.
Boom. It's that simple. You know, the first taste I got of that was in college as a ball player. You're a sophomore, but what you learn, right? So you have your redshirt year, then you have your freshman year, and then your sophomore year. But in the cycle, the next year is your junior, and next year is your senior year. So as a sophomore, you have to start producing, right? But they're already recruiting someone to take your place because it's the natural progression. So it's the same thing. There's always going to be people coming along to take your place. Yes. That is life. That's life. That's what it is. And if you're not prepared for this, if you think you're always going to be a freshman, you're always going to be young and virile and fertile, none of that, dude. 40, 30. People say, I'm going to give you 40. out here in the Philippines because women age so nicely. But if you're a woman here in the Philippines and you think you don't need a man or you don't need a partner, you're going to be fine. You're crazy. You are absolutely crazy thinking you're going to make it and at an older age or mid 40s, mid 50s on your own, and you're one emergency away from being destitute. One emergency. All right, I think Joey Jover has he went on one. Go ahead.
Okay, Joey said most modern women think their value are the same when they're in 20s and in 30s and 40s. As even some men hit them, they're just not taken seriously and for recreations only. If you know what women think and how they played games, you will avoid these women to vet on wife material.
Exactly, because they. Yeah. This is like one of those topics that you could talk about for like a 4-hour live stream.
Yeah. Young Fresh said a true provider will take care of everything, which includes financially and not allowing your woman to go out there and work for a job who will never appreciate her. My happiness is her.
No. You can't do that. My happiness. You have to.
Okay.
That's
Sorry.
why it's in
My bad.
because
My happiness is her, not
yeah, exactly. Because and he put it in caps because he's talking about him specifically, right? So and I respect that because everybody's different, right? I personally I have a different take on that. Is that he's in a unique situation because his girlfriend does not. She's still young and she doesn't have kids either, and I think that's really important, right? But I got mad respect for that. Speak of the devil. Brooklyn's in the house.
Yo, Young Fresh here. What's up?
What's happening, brother?
Richie, what's going on?
What's happening?
Good.
What's going on, everybody?
Give it to us, man. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I had to call it on this. I got two quick ones. One, in my opinion, this is my opinion, my observation, and my experience. The average woman, if you ask the average woman, in my opinion, if she really wants to go to work every day in the corporate world and call somebody a boss or manager, and maybe if, for instance, even if she has kids, does she really want to not, be there for her kids, nurturing them every day, picking them up from school, going to PTA meetings, all of these different type of things? You'll be pleasantly surprised that the answer is probably going to be no. She doesn't want to bust her ass to work for a company who is actually planning on automating her job every single day. There's literally, the company is hiring people to automate her job. And I think a lot of those women who know that, and a lot of those women who pretend that they want to be strong and independent and become a director and a managing director and a VP, and all of those dreams are probably going to go down the drain, and they probably know that. So in my personal opinion, a lot of these chicks are living a false life. You understand what I'm saying? And that is my personal thing. It's like, feel free to ask Filipinos in BGC and Makati or whatever, if they really want to work at that call center. Many of them really don't want to work there. No, they are working there because they have to. It is an actual need. It is a survival to actually, work at these call centers. You understand what I'm saying? And I personally think, as the provider, if you have sufficient amount of money, like me or many other guys, to me, it's like, I find it more desirable. I find more satisfaction saying, hey, you know what do you actually want to do with your life? And then trying to find out. And of course, you only do this to someone who you really love and someone who you vetted and someone who you probably going to marry, right? You don't just do this to someone who you just swipe right and you just met them, right? So after a certain period of time, you just say, hey, what do you really want to do with your life? And then maybe she's probably going to tell you, hey, I don't really want to be the VP of the call center. I actually want to support you. You might be pleasantly surprised. She might want to be a housewife. You never know. She might actually want to not work.
Young Fresh.
Actually, money. And then money is probably not even important to her.
Young Fresh, let me ask you a question. Are we now? Yeah. If you ask that same question to Western women, do you think what's the percentage? Give me a percent of the women that would say yes, I still want to work, or no, I'd rather stay home. What do you think the percentage is?
You know, I think it significantly changes when you talk about Western women.
It does. It does.
Yes, absolutely. It's just I do still think there are some women that are faking it in America. They want to be this VP stuff, but they know damn well they want to be a housewife. But unfortunately, women in the West are so ruined. Their mind is so rotten and it's so ruined that they actually want to become men. They want to be masculine. They want to actually compete against a man. That is their desire. They wake up in the morning and they actually plan and they create policies within companies, within big corporations that their main goal is to demasculate man. That's literally what they want to do. So yes, definitely Western women, I think it'll be, a lot different. The last point to Black Box, I just want to say quickly, whenever you're a provider, you have to do basic stuff like life insurance. I mean, life insurance in the Philippines, if you look up Sun Life Insurance, most women that are very successful, let's say even doctors, right? Doctors make entry level. You could go ahead and Google it. It's 20,000 pesos a month. Okay. We're not even talking about $1,000 a month. They are life insurance policies that you can buy that would far more exceed what she thinks she's actually going to make. Right. So to Black Box point, you could literally pay 500 pesos per month and buy a life insurance policy that in the event if something happens to you, that life insurance policy from the Philippines that's specific to her, right? She will be the sole beneficiary. Mm-hmm. That could actually pay out on a monthly basis. It's called an annuity. Yeah, so that's the something you should also think about.
I was just going to say, you could just get an annuity. Get an annuity that takes care of everything. Yeah. Yes.
So it's like 500 pesos a month in the event if something happens to me. So what? She and her, parents is going to be set for the rest of their life. Exactly. So it doesn't really matter. So it really depends on, are you the right provider or are you just a financial provider, right? You have to be able to think strategically and not just like, be someone who, anyway, man, I could go on and on. I love y'all topics very much, man.
I can't wait till you get back, man. Hey, I got a steak dinner for you when you get back. Take care.
Facts.
Okay.
I forgot what we even bet on. Where I owe him a steak. Oh, I remember what it was now. Yeah, but and plus, yeah. Anyway, but I gotta buy a steak dinner for him. But it'd be my pleasure. Yeah. Anyway, but I was gonna say this. Something I learned. I mentor a lot of young lawyers. That's part of my job. Is I mentor a lot of young lawyers. A lot of them are women, and I talk to them all the time about this. One of the things that shocked me. This is how much social media has corrupted a lot of women. Jared, when you talk about women in other countries, China included, Korea included, I'm telling you, women actually want to work now, bruh. They want to go to work. They want to earn money. They want to compete with men. They have the Western mentality now. It's crazy. And I used to ask, well, why don't you have it made? Why don't you want to stay home with the kid? They said, I don't have a sense of worth. I don't feel valuable. What happened to raising kids being valuable? What happened? But that's what they'll tell. I'm telling you, that's what they have told me time after time again.
It's changing.
It's changed. That's why I said it might be different here in the Philippines, but you talk to Western women, even women in Asia, Korea, and China. I'm telling you, I mentor them. They will tell you, I want to work. I want to work. I'm a career. They will tell you I'm a career woman. You ask them about their career plans or their future plans. Because I always say, if you're a woman, the first thing I ask them, what are your plans in 10 years? Where do you see yourself? Why? Because I understand as a lawyer that in 10 years, they're not going to have time for their family. They don't get that because they're young and dumb and they don't know any better. But I always ask them, where do you see yourself? And if you say in 10 years, I want to be married with kids, this is not the job. I'll tell them, find something else to do. Find something you can do where you're not working for a corporation. You don't have to bill 40 to 60 hours a week. Find something else because this is not the job for that. For what your goals are, this is the wrong job. You're going to end up divorced and unhappy and mad at the world because you won't be able to do that with this kind of job. It's a different world, bro. It is a different effing world for sure.
Looking back to what you asked your mentee, like I asked myself the same question. What do I want myself to be 10 years when I was 18? I want to be married with children. I want to be a housewife.
You almost married with children.
Huh?
You almost married with children.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
But
you were married with children before, and now you almost married with children.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway,
You're close.
You're close. But anyway, I want that, mentality that I want to be a housewife because to be honest, my fulfillment as a woman is to bear children and to take care of a family. That's your fulfillment for most
children.
Yeah, I have the children and now I want to take care of my
Let
family.
me ask you a question. This is how I started to get some of my clients, right? Okay, you have 2 children. Now they're in school. What you gonna do with your time?
Now,
what are you gonna do with your time?
That's the time that I'm going to work because
Right.
I will make myself productive.
Okay.
But during the time that they're growing up, I want to be
That's
be
cool
there.
until the time where they're 6 years old.
Yeah.
After they're 6, what do they need you for? I mean, make them some food, all that. But they're
Yeah, I get
they're
you.
almost By
That's
the time
why-
they're teenagers, they're self-sufficient.
That's why I'm finding ways apart from my current job. What other things I can do if I leave my job now?
Right.
How can I still earn money if I'm not on my job?
Right. YouTube.
I'm doing yoga. That's
YouTube and yoga, right?
Yeah.
Okay, read this.
Young Fresh said, part 1, I'm not shy about saying that I'm financially well off. And because of that, I don't care if my partner works at Jollibee or anywhere else when we first met. However, at some point, there is really no point in her working. For what reason? Money? Help me with the business or start her own business in case she wants to feel like she's doing something?
No, and that makes sense. This is basically what he was saying in the call, right? Yeah, because you could just buy if you're talking about leaving something behind when you're gone, you can get an annuity, you can get a life insurance plan. It does the same thing. I get what he's saying, but yeah.
Yeah, so
I want her to put in. Yeah, I want her to invest in me. And there's a lot of ways you can do that. Not just financially. There's a lot of ways you can do that. So, right.
Young Fresh. Okay. Do you want me to read?
Right, yeah.
Real men take care of their women and retires women from being a corporate slave. Many women are working because they need to, not because they want.
And that's the only thing that I'm not sure I agree with him on this. Is that I think a lot of the modern women, you said they're poisoned. They are, bruh. They are, but not just, bruh. They're poisoned into believing that going out in the corporate world is better than being at home and raising kids. They believe that now. They really believe that craziness now. And it's not a terrible thing because in this world, some men need a woman to work. It relieves a lot of pressure off of him. But I'm telling you, a lot of women, if you gave them the choice, they would still work, bro.
Yeah, because
it's crazy to me, but
a lot of times they feel validated by their output in their work. It feels like a reward to them for a lot of women.
I have a client who's a lawyer in Poland. Her husband is a doctor. Her husband is I think he's a he might be a gynecologist. No, he's not a surgeon. He's a doctor though. No, you know what he is? He's a pediatric surgeon. He's a pediatrics doctor. He's a kids doctor, and he makes extremely good money. She doesn't need to work. She wants to work. She's hellbent. She's hellbent. She had a kid. She's been out of the workforce for like 4 years. She's hellbent on going back to work. She just got a job working as in-house counsel for a foreign company in Denmark. But she just hellbent. It's a different world, bro. It is a different world. I don't get it. I get it some. I get the mindset because they've been poisoned into believing that working is better. But I'm telling you, they believe it, bro. They really do believe it. Let's get some of these comments before we get out.
Okay. Stephen McCardle said, I tell my girlfriend you need to pace yourself with your work. Don't exhaust yourself working many hours for a boss that can replace you in a moment.
And will replace you in a moment.
But
if the bottom line says so.
Yeah, but here in the Philippines, you have to work longer hours because the longer hours you work, the more money you have because the economy here is not as, as it's difficult. It's
Not
difficult to earn money.
only that, but Jerry made a point about, and I think he was referring to BPOs here. The BPOs, if you're a woman here and you work at a BPO, it's a pretty good job, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good job overall. But your days are numbered.
Mhm.
Your days are numbered. If you work at a BPO, yeah, it's a good job, but you're soon to be replaced because AI is going to take that job unless in the next 2 or 3 years, that job will not exist if you work at a BPO. And if you don't get that already, then you're kind of crazy and you're ignoring the obvious because AI is definitely coming and it's going to replace you because it makes more sense. From a business standpoint, it simply makes more sense. If AI can do what you do, then why would they need you?
No other benefits.
Exactly. There's no other benefits in having you. So yeah, even those jobs are definitely limited. And Catlin said it, and I was waiting for that. I knew we would get to it. Catlin said, I absolutely need a partner. I need a partner. God bless you, Catlin, for understanding that at a younger age and figuring that out. And God bless your partner for having a woman like you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Joey Jover said, OF creates simps. It does. I mean, I've never, and I put this on both my parents.
I thought OF was social media before.
You know what? But let me tell you, when I came back from China, I had never heard of OF because I mean, maybe I just was. I don't think they have OF in general in China. I'd never heard. I didn't know what it was. I literally didn't know.
I didn't know what it was either because someone told me about there's OF. What's OF? Social. I search it. Huh? What's this?
You know what it is now.
Oh yeah, I know what it is now.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Black Box said, if I ever decide to date a woman and add her to my life, I want her working to some extent. Just in case I die, even if I leave money for her, I would still want her to be busy.
No, what do I care if she's busy or not? I mean, I get what he's saying, but I don't care if she's busy or not. If she's got the money to do it, I care that she has choices now. That I leave her with options and choices.
It's up to her.
She can work if she wants to work. If she don't want to work, she don't need to work. I'm gone. So what does it matter to me, right? Yeah. Okay.
Zoe said, girlfriend experience, not just for intimacy. It needs connections and bonding outside of the confines of intimacy.
I get it. But I think that's what a lot of dudes want, that experience, but I think a lot of dudes don't care. They just want to see certain things on film and they want to,
connection with that person.
I think some dudes just want to see certain things on film and they want to get fulfillment from that. And once they're fulfilled, then done, 10 minutes later, done. Yeah. So, you gotta have a man. Okay. Go ahead.
Catlin said, fortunately, we found each other and couldn't be happier and fulfilled in life.
That's what matters. That is what matters.
Okay, I think they discussed that already.
Okay. Right. Ahmed, Rahman, we're not watching March Madness. Do not give me scores. No scores, same as football season. I only watch March Madness when it comes to college basketball, so don't put scores on here. Let's take a phone call. Caller, what you got?
How you doing, Rich and Cheng?
Outstanding.
This is Adrian Marshall, the truck driver.
Hello.
What's happening, Adrian? I should know.
Everything happened. Here's what I had to say on the topic.
Okay.
My last 5 years in the Marine Corps, I was a single parent to my oldest daughter from age 10 months to age 12.
Wow.
And it was part of my last 5 years in the Marine Corps, 3-bedroom house on base. For the life of me, I could not understand why a woman would want to go to work. Because it would take to run a household and make sure everything's taken care of, it would take 9 days a week, 30 hours a day.
Right.
Just to do this. And if she set a schedule properly, she'll be able to make time in between that for herself.
Right.
The reason why Western women and things are going the way it's going in this world now, because the government have moved away from God and nature. However, no matter what laws they make or rules they make, because they're only rules, that's why they made to be broken. The laws of nature always comes back around.
They always do. They always do.
With AI and all these women from April of last year to September of last year, over 400,000 women were laid off of work. And a woman, she's not supposed to go work for another man to multiply his thoughts and ideas. She's supposed to work for her husband. That's why she's a help me. And the reason why feminism went after women, and this is why women can't be by themselves. Why? Because they live inside of their head. Everything women do, how they deal with men, is what they learn from another man. That's why the husband is called a groom. He get her from her father, and he grooms her to how to acquiesce to him. And everything she does for him helps him then, and what he does, it benefits the whole family. But a lot of these women, it's been put in their head, especially the last 40 years, they want to work. And in the Quran, it stated that in the last days, 85% of the women are going to burn in hell. Why? Because 100% of the men wouldn't stand up to be men. And with this war that done jumped off, everything's going for a reset. They talking about resetting America? No, nature's about to reset everything.
I hear you, man.
Before they come out of Europe and start spreading across this country, go back and study the civilizations and how they live and how things were. The women took care of the homes. The men worked. If you weren't the man, you were kicked out the village. Weaklings were not allowed to stay. You had to go. Wasn't no simp.
You had to put in.
By the life.
You had to put in. Period. You had to put in.
You have to put in. So, women, I'll say this, because of what they done did, because they done disobeyed God and they disobeyed their man, because Psalms 82 tells the man that he's God. He's a fraction of the creator. She's going to be punished. And because he won't stand up and be a man, he's going to be punished severely as well. A man should take care of his family, and he should provide a job for his wife to do within the home so the children are always cared for. And with all these freaky Epstein people running around loose and in the White House and everything, you don't want your child in no daycare center.
You ain't lying, bro.
You really don't.
Yeah.
Hey, however, I'll take it up enough time. I appreciate the time. And y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all are magnificent.
Thank you. Hey, we appreciate you, brother. That was a good take, man. That was a really good take. I mean, I try. I don't like to have a lot of Bible or religion in because it just opens up a can of worms. But he kept it enough. He made a very good point. I just think it's crazy how women's minds have changed, and feminism in our country. You're rewarded for being single because you can't get government aid or assistance unless you're single. It's the only way you can get government assistance is if you're single. So if you got a man, nope, sorry, can't help you. Right. So you got a lot of women out there, and probably not the kind of quality women you would you might want, but who are very content not working and not doing anything because they can get government aid or assistance as long as they're doing nothing, right? Okay, right. So let's see. Anders said, "Why else would I? What else? Oh, okay." Anders said, "Heck, I'd rather stay home instead of working." Right?
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Would you rather stay home or work?
I would rather stay home.
Would you?
But of course.
But I'm a dude. I like work.
If I could stay home and work too, then that would be cool.
That's what I do. I think that's why I like my job. Because I work from home, right?
Yeah. I don't want traveling. I don't want commute. I don't want going to. Yeah, it just stresses me out. Commuting is stressing.
Commuting. But I really do think if I had the same job and I had to go to an office to do it, I don't think I'd like it. I don't think I would like it. So, yeah, I like being able to work from home. I've been working from home since like 2009. Since 2009, I don't think I would want to do anything different. I really don't. So, anyway, let's see. Let's get to some more of these comments and see if we can get through.
Okay, people, it's my bedtime. Richie, Cheng, Slick, and the rest of the gang, peace.
Big love. We appreciate having you on.
Big love. Okay.
All right, and then Andrew Baker. What's happening, Andrew? I think that's a new name, right?
Yeah, he commented already.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a real man. Sims think they are a real man. A real man in America is a weak man that does what a woman wants him to do.
That's a different take. I'm not sure. Did I read that wrong? A real man in America is a weak man. Okay, maybe. Okay, I think I understand the tone that he's writing that in. Okay, and if I'm understanding your tone, I agree with what you're saying, bro. Let's see. Okay, he's good at the promos, man.
Thank you.
He's really good at them promos. Yeah.
The black box said, well, in most cases, the condo will been sold to someone already, especially the condo building I'm planning to move into. Okay, that's a conversation.
All right. Bingo, yeah.
Young Fresh said, may God bless that truck driver that called in speaking nothing but facts.
So you ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
Exactly.
Speak on it, brother. Right. Okay, that's it.
Is that it?
I think so. Yes.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wait, that can't be it.
That's it.
It can't be. Oh, it is.
It is.
It is. Okay. Awesome. All right. Hey, we did all right, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But real quick, actually, Anders, let's get this last one in here. Anders said, I've been doing this for 31 years, tired of working, ready to be in control of my own time. Anders, you know what? I go back and forth. I actually enjoy my work. But then I think, if I had X amount of money and I just didn't, and I felt absolutely comfortable and didn't feel like I needed to work anymore, would I still work? And I think I would, but maybe part-time, or else I would do this more, or else I think I would probably do our YouTube thing more. But I'd end up making a job out of it. I'd end up building our channel more and more. I mean, we would have built our channel more if we didn't both work. Why are you grinning like that?
You know you, Annie.
What you mean you know me?
You like working.
I do. I like
it. But because many a times you said, you know what? I'm gonna
work less. I know. I'll cut my work hours, man. I'm gonna
3 years.
I'm gonna cut my work hours down in 2025.
Saying that.
And I still like what I do. But my clients like me. They like what I do too. So anyway, you guys, thank you a lot. Thanks for participating. Thanks for the comments and the call-ins. We always appreciate those. Last comment. Last thoughts.
Last thoughts on this. You can't be independent if you're still looking at the man to provide for you.
That's it. You can be strong. Strong is cool. No problem with strong. I want strong. But the whole notion of being independent, whole notion of being independent is just, if you're trying to be in a relationship, they don't go together. You can't be in a relationship and be independent. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So anyway, that's it.
That's it,
right?
Watch out for our videos this week. It's going to be interesting.
You're definitely going to like our videos this week. If you didn't already, check out the video we put out this morning. Very, very interesting video. A very good video, I think. Actually, some of our best work, actually. But we got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys stay tuned. We'll see you guys in the middle of the week for my solo show. And next weekend, me and Cheng, if everything goes right, we should not be here. But we'll still be joining you. We'll still have a live stream, but it should be from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll fingers crossed to make sure if that works out okay. But we'll see you guys next time, okay? All right, love you guys. Deuces.
We're out.
And remember, if you come to the Philippines, leave with your character, not with your cash.
That's right. Remember that. Should be ingrained in your mental Rolodex.
Please, please, please. All right. We're out of here, you guys. Deuces.